Good morning or good evening if you're in the United States. How are we all doing today? Eddie, right? You good?
Fan dabby dozy.
Oh my God, I'm taking a shower. I put myself on mute so nobody could see me. Hold on, I gotta put myself on mute. I don't want nobody to see me.
It sounds like you're flushing yourself down the toilet. Oh my God.
Oh,
Don't put on
hello,
your
everybody.
whatever you do, don't put on your camera. Hey there, John.
Well, that's why I put myself on mute. I didn't want anybody to see me taking a shower, you know.
I don't really want to be thinking of that. Why is it when I start life to make me think about stuff like that?
I'm sorry. I should have got out of the shower faster. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, no comment there. You've made me forget my train of thought.
Is that washing your hands of it?
The way I wash my feet.
I won't ask what you use for that.
Okay. Probably Johnson and Johnson, Brian.
You're a special friend.
It's probably Johnson and Johnson.
or you're paying Barbara to do it.
Well, pistachios are involved in it too, you know. Pistachios are involved.
They always are with you.
I mean, that can't be good. Like having soggy peanuts.
It's pretty bad. My apologies. I thought I was on mute, but my apologies.
Don't worry about it. I don't take that sort of thing to heart. But well, the actual title of this live is quite, evident of what we're going to be talking about. So
yeah, it's one of those days where it's here we go again type of scenario.
Well, it's going to be like that for me for a little while, I think, because of the situation. But it is bang out of order, and he's just given me more and more ammunition now. What an idiot, really, for doing that. Because it was bad enough already. He just made himself 50 times worse for it. So, right, who wants to go first about their thoughts and feelings about what they've heard over the past couple of days?
I'll go last.
No, I think I'll go last.
I'm a coward.
No,
so which one's going last, right or DJ?
Well, the veterans are going first, and you've both been in the army, so choose. I could have a couple of stories in my hand, but I don't. So, I mean, I could choose. I could grab Leo's paw and one of my cat's paws, and you have to choose which hand is which paw, and the shortest paw goes first. That's an easy way of doing it.
And what about the rabbit's paws? Is that included as well?
I'm out of that. Or bark.
Well, Leo doesn't really bark, so I can't really get him to. I don't really want him to start barking for the. Oh, you just want to lick me? Oh, okay. No, he wants to play. I want your paw. I don't want to play. I don't think this is going to work, actually.
Well, so much for the show, people. Leo's taking over. Our host is God.
Right, well, Eddie, you can go first. There you go. I've chosen for you.
Thanks.
Fire away.
So, I mean, where do we start? I mean, considering that it's about art, let's talk about art. Like, first of all,
Okay.
well, basically, he's been coming out and saying that I've been like saying like all abhorrent things about yourself, DJ, and like which are completely untrue.
Okay.
And like, I mean, like that trip back in December, like, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I mean, we had
Holidays never are perfect. Come on, things
nah,
happen all the
true,
time.
like, but you know what, like we had a great time. We like we went as planned. Everything went well, and like I'm forever thankful for like for that trip, like because it was. I mean, I haven't been out of the country in a long time, and I appreciate everything that you've done.
Mhm.
And you know, then he's been saying about like I've been doing cover songs like on his live. Now, here's the thing: I I do cover songs on nearly every live that I've been on, right, including my own. Right now, he says he got a copyright strike. That is completely false, right? And it's childish what he came out with. Now, and here's the other thing: why is he getting me involved? I don't want to be involved in this.
I don't want to be involved in this either, but he seemed
Yeah.
to have picked on me for some reason that I don't even know about. But carry on.
Now, that's that's the situation. Now, I want to talk about Rosie and fucking Dwayne, or Rosie and fucking Jim, as I call them,
Okay.
saying stupid things about my fucking sisters. One being in Canada and the other being here in Dublin.
Mhm.
Like, they are not junkies, right? The last thing my family are junkies, right? Now, if you want to fucking come and have a fucking straightener, as you call it, or a fight, we'll have a fucking fight, and I'll fucking throw you. I tell you, I'll fucking tear you. You can call me fucking pinhead because I'll fucking tear your fucking skin apart. And on top of that, you mentioned my fucking father, who was fucking dead for the last fucking 9 years. How the fuck dare you even mention my fucking father or me fucking sisters, who are not fucking here to defend themselves? Who the fuck do you think you are? And here's why there was a bit of fucking animosity between me and fucking Rosie. The fact of the matter is, right? She was on fucking, like, she got someone, right, named Bernard fucking Giltrap, right, to fucking say, oh well, he's been saying shit about you, and then she comes at me, right, gangs up on me, right, ambushes me on her own fucking live, and has the audacity to fucking say like that I've been saying shit about her. I have said absolutely nothing about her. Nothing. And then she's going around like with our sock accounts. Now, and here's another thing. She talks about fucking relationships, right? How did that go with fucking Trevor O'Brien? Right, you were fucking two-timing from the start between you and fucking Dwayne. And as for Dwayne, you little fucking cook, you, I tell you, I'll fucking tear you apart as well if you ever fucking play me the way you're fucking. Like, I mean, you have the fucking audacity to fucking melt that out of you. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I was on fucking like it was a sock account, a fake me. Now this is the fucking real one, and I've no problem turning my fucking camera on saying this. This is fucking me. This is me. And how dare you even mention my family? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Oh, anything else?
I could mention the American side of things, but I won't like in this live. But I'm just gonna keep it like with the English at the moment and the Irish.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that's all I gotta fucking say about that. Don't you ever mention my family again, saying they're fucking junkies and my fucking father as well. You mentioned me fucking dead father. I told you before, don't bring my fucking father or mother into this. Who the fuck do you think you are? And that's all I gotta say. Now I'm sorry if I'm fucking animated, but like what needed to be said had to be fucking said. Now I could get very fucking upset over it, but I won't. I won't give them fucking the satisfaction. The fucking share of fucking stupid bastards. And you wanna fucking slag out my fucking intelligence. You fucking dopey little fucking pricks. Right? You and fucking Earth, you can fuck off the whole lot of yous.
What has he been saying about your intelligence?
Oh, he's been calling me a fucking handicap for fucking bringing out like me apology video. Because I mean, like how many people have covered songs and made them into their own? I do that. I make them into my own.
Hang on a minute. When is it ever bad to say sorry about something that what you've done wrong?
At least I had the balls to fucking do it, even though it was forced. That's something people that don't know. It was forced.
Do you want to go into that a little bit, and then we can go back? Because you sort of like open the jar a little bit there.
Well, before that, like that, like a member of fucking PDF's crew, right? And I believe it was Exposure's TV's crew as well.
I can find out if you want. Okay.
Now I've mentioned these two names to you before, so
I don't really know Exposure, but I know
that's
people that know Exposure, so
that's
I can find out.
That's all I'd say on this. Like on that, like I was forced to do it. And what have they been saying since? They've been saying that I've been like, I mean, they've been threatening me if I ever went to fucking Hawaii. If I ever stepped on fucking American fucking soil. They threatened my fucking life.
Like literally or metaphorically?
Verbally.
Yeah, but there are several ways to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not going to go into too much on that.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, like, mentioning my father and my two sisters, no, that's wrong. That's, I tell you, I'd fucking tear you apart for it.
Right, your turn. What would you like to say about what you've heard over the past couple of days? Right, so you're still with us? I know you're in America, but damn.
Earth calling rights. Earth calling rights.
I'm talking away again without me being. I'm not used to this thing yet. Yeah, I got two shutoffs here. One for my headphones and one for the phone here, and I'm talking away. Never mind. Anyway, I need a link. I'll be back. I want to check something. I'll make sure I'm safe, and I'd like to use a video if I may.
Sure. I will put. Actually,
and I'll be right back. And let me look around. You guys talk for a while, or I'll be back.
Is it one of your own videos? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everything's all kosher. And if it's not, I'll come back without it. If I do, then okay.
If I'll be right back. If it's your own video, it's kosher. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I'll be back. Did you leave the?
I left the link with your.
In the app.
Yeah.
I need it on the WhatsApp.
The Gmail thing.
Gmail. Okay. All right. I'll be back. Thank you.
So, what was you saying about Gmail?
The Gmail chat.
Yeah, as in YouTube. Yeah, obviously you put the link there.
No, like I mean, yeah, your email, Gmail.
Yeah. Yeah, I just say put it in YouTube. Then he'd know. So I thought. So I'm getting a little bit like confused there, but about what you meant. Let's pin this link. So at least then it's there.
You'll see it anyway.
I'm sure he will, but I mean, the amount of stuff I've heard over the past couple of days. I mean, I'm going to wait for Mr. Vets to come back before I start. With boy, oh boy, Art Hostage, you've got double barrels coming at you, and I don't mean I'm going to do anything with a weapon before you start crying to the police like you did in regards to PD and making up bullshit there. You're full of shit. Actually, I can put this link in the chat. See what people think of this. I mean, yeah, I could just like say what this user story is, but see what you think of that. And I keep my links in my chats, so if people want to watch this later on, I might like put a few more links where you can read up on this fine gentleman. And I use that term loosely, obviously, because he's not either one. He's obviously a man, but fine. No.
Skip what I was going to do, so forget about it. Yeah. No, we're talking about Mrs. Artie Hostage. Is that who we're talking about?
Oh, you can talk about anything that you've heard over the past couple of days.
Oh, good, Mrs. Artie Hostage. Yeah, the man with no oysters. Guy who has no balls, hides behind a mic, and does the stupid narratives. No documentation to prove it. Mr. Intellectual, very smart person who talks on the doggone Google and reads comments on there. Boring as shit. You see people talking back and forth, they're not even listening to them. It's a chat room, is what it is. You know, and he thinks he's very, intellectual, excuse me. And a person like this is the type of person that sits there and the zombie walks by looking for brains, looking at art and walks away. So, yep, guy's very intelligent. Guy talks like a president. Promises you the moon, but no documentation to prove it or a contract. He's a bullshitter. That's what he is. The only thing he gets right is his name, and that's false too. Art Hostage, that's a fake name. So basically, he's full of shit. He's the type of person that'll take candy from a baby and take the dirty diaper and wear it for himself. That's the kind of person he is. He's all for himself, nobody else. And he'll do anything for subscribers. Lie like a son of a gun. But yet, these people that listen to him, that do like Mrs. Artie Hostage, don't know any better. They have no brains. They like the gossip. They like the intenseness, And for him to say things to you or your family, I wouldn't worry about it. It's words. No big deal. He doesn't pay my bills. You know how I am. Nothing faces me. Not really. I could care less. We did one-on-one, and I'd sit there and laugh at him because I don't understand half the things he talks about anyway. He's so stupid. But yeah, this person just, you got to just figure he's a liar. He's a thief. He's a jailbird. He hates women. Women hate him. Seriously. I mean, when he was 13 years old, girls never bothered him. When he was 16 years old, girls never bothered him. When he was 18, girls never bothered him. So he started going after men. So this is the type of person he is. So, I mean, what he says and what he does is two different things. I have not yet seen but one woman on his stream. So that's telling you right then and there, he hates women. He could care less about them. I mean, he got a divorce. His own wife couldn't take him. She had to leave him. She started him going after another guy. So, I mean, it tells you right then and there what kind of a person he is. I mean, I hope he does go and the constable gets a hold of his ass. I'll pack his ass up with cotton. So when he meets Mr. Bubba, he'll be kind of like safe. I'll let my ass off. That day's coming there, buddy. That constable's going to be knocking on your door any minute, and every day you're thinking about it. I want to see you get out of this one. You can lie your way out much as you can, but the videos will tell the truth. Trust me. To go after these two people like I know them, there's nothing wrong with them. I'll back them up, and I have. They've done it for me. It's called friendship. We don't lie to each other. We don't bullshit. I myself, when I'm on StreamYard, I could care less about subscribers. All I want is listeners. I don't want any thumbs up. I could care less. Tomorrow I might be quitting it anyway, the way things are going with the government. But you thrive on YouTube, and you need your subscribers. And you'll do anything to do it. You're a narcissist, a thief, a liar, con job, a man's man. And no matter what anybody says to you, you're like me. You don't give a shit. You just keep it up. But you're basically what you're doing, you're putting your own rope around your neck before you jump off because the constables are coming after you, dude. Don't think they're not. They're coming after you. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, but they are coming after you. Believe me, they're coming. And that day's going to come, and I want to hear you lie like, oh, I know these people. I got a number, I mean, ain't nothing going to happen to me. Hell, I'm Mrs. Artie Hostage. They can't do that to me. They can do it to anybody they want to at any given time. So I want to see what happens to you, how much you lie and plead and moan and groan and The reason why you're going after right now is because of this. You're picking on a handicapped person, and that's pretty bad. That's as low as you can possibly get. It really is. Other than stealing the candy from a baby.
Actually, he's picking on two of them, myself and Marshall.
Marshall too. Oh boy, I tell you.
And me.
And well, I tell you what.
Eddie's been in a wheelchair as well. 3 people in wheelchairs. Funny that, isn't it? Not funny.
Yeah, it is. That's one hell of a female right there. You know, balls. You're going after handicapped people. You know, I mean, that's all he can do. I mean, if he's just as old as I am, which he is, he's a dinosaur. Better watch himself. He's going to get his ass kicked one of these days. Loudmouth, no good, backing up person. You know, it's amazing how this person picks on handicapped people, and that's a shame. These people love it though. His followers, there's the no-brainers. You know, they got to have that injection of nothing but pure chaos. You know, every day, and that's what they like. And it's true. People have used your names before and your logo. They went to my panel and I knocked them off. I checked up on them though, see who they were. You know, so they want me to go after you. I know better than that. You know, so yeah, there's no doubt about it. His panel's a piece of shit over there. It really is. It's. I listened to him one time and I laughed. I was so bored I went to sleep on him. he really intelligent person. Yeah. Well, this guy just fought over here over the UK, and oh my God, we got some other lady over here just stole some groceries and stole the can over here in the corner. And, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe it. What's going on? You know, same monotone voice over and over. You know, unreal. This guy. He's not a man. He's not a man at all. But hey, Judgment Day's coming when he's dead. We all die sooner or later. You know. This day's coming. You know, it's amazing. But, yeah. You know, he's the type of person you like at first, then begin to hate. You know, he's a con job. I've seen many of those in my lifetime. And for you, Art, huh?
Here is another link in the chat to a nice piece of media coverage. I mean, he's so proud of his he was going on about that Plastic Paddy hasn't done any things in papers, and he hasn't done any documentaries and stuff like that. You're very proud of that, but are you really proud of like these news things that are about you or what you've done?
You talking to him or me?
I'm talking about the actual individual they're about. Which you haven't done anything to be on the BBC, have you, right? Well, have you?
No, I haven't.
Come on out with it.
I wouldn't do that. Me? Little old me? Nah, shit, no. Well, I'll tell you, one of these days we'll meet each other. Trust me, on YouTube. We'll meet one of these days. By accident, probably, you know, and I'll recognize his voice. You know, and then we'll have it out a little bit, you know. I'll tell him how it is. He won't care. But you know what? I'll have a satisfaction just belittling him in front of everybody. You know? I mean, when a man is going after your dog, Leo, you know, he's got a fetish on your dog, you know? I think he wants your dog. I really do. You better watch out for your dog because he might take advantage of him. Poor Leo. It's a damn shame. He's a sick son of a bitch. He really is. The man will do anything for subscribers. Anything. Lie. And lie he does. He should have been a politician. He'd make a great one for a while before they voted him out. Or impeached him.
He'd probably steal all their art.
That probably is, yeah. Much as he reads that false narrative on there, Google, you know. It's amazing. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about that guy. Just do what you got to do because you're making him worried. Trust me, you are. Every day he doesn't know if there's going to be a knock on the door or handcuffs on his hand or whatever. Or just tell him to come on down to the office. We want to talk to you. And then arrest him. You never know. And that's going to be hanging over on him every single day. You know, he can talk about it all he wants, but when that day comes, he's going to shit his pants. They're going to have to change his diapers again, you know. And if he meets Mr. Big Bubba, ooh boy, he's going to really enjoy himself. Yep, gonna be really.
I have got a question for you, Eddie, in regards to December. He's put out there which things which I do not believe you've said about my appearance, and I'm incontinent, and I can basically fly out of my wheelchair at a moment's notice, which is basically saying that I don't need my wheelchair and stuff like that. I mean, do you actually want to like tell the people of YouTube what the actual crack is here?
Well, I mean, as I said at the top, I said, like, I mean, like.
Can you be specific though?
I would never say anything about your way. Like that's first and foremost. I mean,
Eddie, though,
as you are
why is that?
As you are well aware, like I'm a big guy myself, so I've no reason to judge anybody about their weight. But I've seen you up in person, right? Like what you see is what you get. What you see, what the people are seeing now is what your actual figure is. You're a thin. You're a thin person.
8 stone, 5'3".
And I'm
which is not on alive.
And I'm 330 pounds, and I'm 6'2".
Oh, he's 1 inch bigger than I am. I'm 6'1", by 250.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Actually, I might ring up Lanky and see what his weight is, because his height is 6'6.5", but he isn't. But it'd be interesting to find out what his weight is. But he wants a word of you actually as well. You don't want to bump into him, because you'd certainly see him. No. As in person who's been attacking me for the past weeks and months, and you'd certainly see him come in. You wouldn't miss a guy that's nearly 6'7" coming towards you, would you?
I would shit his pants.
He's like a brother to me. So, hey, Clint, how are you?
Hey, Clint.
And have you heard what's been said about me in the past couple of days? Because if you haven't, I think you'd be the only one on YouTube that hasn't. And how are you and Max doing as well, darling? All good in the hood, I hope. You haven't? Right, okay. I will play my video, but obviously I did a thing earlier on which was like 5 and something hours long, and obviously I'm not going to like make you watch that, but I will make you watch the bit where Hostage jumps on and sparks his stupid narratives, and we will go from there, and then we can discuss or what you've heard and that from there. Right, let's
She's talking about Mrs. Artie Hostage, the man with no balls. I mean walnuts. I'm sorry.
Oh dear, what were you like?
He's the only guy I know that when he walks in the neighborhood, the dogs take off on him. Scared of him.
Okay, there's no one in here now. I'll have a decent conversation with you. No, but as I said, like, she's a grass, keep her off unless she's getting her cat to. Now leave her alone. Okay, Art. Are you gonna come in or no? I know we have okay. Have you no more open? This one? Oh, I just get him on, Rosie. If you're not scared, he won't come in, you stupid fuck. Right, here he is now. Hello?
Morning, Rosie. How are you?
Right, as I said, everyone knows how I feel about you.
No, that's fine. That is fine.
Oh, down.
That is fine. It's not a problem. But literally, you've proved beyond any reasonable doubt that DJ Vix is a rat. A rat. And that is what you attacked me with. And thank you for recognising that fact. What she's done is being a rat. It won't work because she's got no basis for it, and the police know she's a nutter because she's done it before, Rosie. And do you know what, Rosie? She even gave evidence at a trial before where a man went to jail.
I'm going to stop him right there. Prove it. Case number. Who is it? Who is it with? Who was the judge? Where was the court? Who were the barristers? Come on then, Art. Prove it. It didn't happen. You're delusional. And this is very provable. This is harassment. Carry on and lie some more.
And that hasn't been raised yet, has it? So, and next time you speak to DJ Vix, ask her about that. Ask her about when she got a man sent to prison.
I haven't got anyone sent to prison. So that's another lie. I mean, you can't help it, can you? I mean, is this what it was like from the man in the wheel that you bloody tortured? One in Birkenhead by saying all those false things that he was supposed to have been, a gun runner and stuff like that. Oh my God. You come out with some flannel, you really do. Like I say, just digging a bigger hole for yourself. Carry on. Just lies, lies, lies. And when I pull you apart on Flavors, when you done that live the other day, dedicated to me being in Flavors, saying all these false narratives and loads of lies and being selective with the things I actually said. You didn't say it how it was at all. No. So I'm gonna bloody, once I've done this and edited it, then I'm gonna do Flavors as well, and I'm gonna blast you with the truth because you don't know how to spell the word truth. You've lied all your life. You're a scumbag, an art thief. You rob old people. You put God knows how many people in prison by snitching on them. And you have the nerve to put that on me? No. Didn't happen. You're a liar.
So she's got form for this, for maliciously trawling people, stalking them. And Rosie, she's stalking me round the internet. Any channels I go on to, right, and comment, she appears in the comments and causes chaos. Okay, so that's the truth of the matter, and it's starting to come out. Does she think that I'm sitting here just going to wait for a knock at the door? I've been taking countermeasures, right, for weeks now. The woman is unhinged. She's completely lost the plot. But she's got history and form for this, accusing people of things they haven't done.
Again, prove it. Because it didn't happen. See, you don't know what is truth and what isn't. You don't know a thing about me, but you just like go on and on and on. You're the type of guy which goes on live streams and never produces any evidence. You just like open your lips and hot air comes out and nothing else. No truth, no substance. That's the kind of guy you are. I see you for what you are, and you don't like that. Disgraceful. Carry on.
She's stalking me. It's called malicious targeting.
Malicious targeted when he started it first. Wonder how that one works. He says all the bad stuff in his own mouth, and it's malicious targeting. How does that one work? Okay.
It's an absolute disgrace what is going on. And she has conspired with others. PD, Plastic Paddy, and they coordinated their attacks on me for the last 18 months. It's not a big lie or anything. It's out there.
Now, I will say this again. I've said it umpteen times. 18 months ago is when you first said you'd come online, was it not? So from the very start of you appearing online, is that when this bust up with Paddy and PD happened or something? Because I wasn't around online a lot of that time, so, and I only ever spoke to you once. So I didn't really know what was going on in regards to all of this stuff. And I was hearing more and more about it, and about some bloody, something about an interview. Was it Mr. Flashy or something like that, or some crime lord in Ireland or something? And then what was it? Coming towards Christmas, you attack a group of people that were your actual subscribers, and you called them the Groovy Gang, which I don't really know anything about that, but you keep on going on about it. I gave you some good advice to don't go near StreamYards because you were on Twitter all the time doing your channels. I thought Discord would be too much to handle as well because it is a big thing. And I offered to you, I would take you into some big Discord channels so you can see how big and crazy and wild it gets, which you wouldn't have had time for. So that would have been, good advice to take up on. But no, you had to do it yourself. You had to go straight in there because you know better, don't you? And then you saw some stuff which you took the wrong way, and you just blasted lots of people which didn't deserve it, in my opinion, with what I've been told by not all of them, but quite a few of what you called the Groovy Gang. And I came onto your live with Tonkin at Christmas. Now, if I was like at you 18 months ago, why would I be on your live at Christmas time? And it was a good live, but you took it down. But I can get it back so the police can get a nice timeline. And the last thing I put in your chat was in January, because I didn't like what you was turning into. I thought, no, I'm not being part of this shit. No way. And I haven't commented in your channel since. Then you attacked me on that live that Rosie mentioned when she was in the same hotel last time, when you were going on about my language and that. When I called you a moron. Now, the first thing that Jerry said in that live, which I remember vividly, parts of it, he called you a moron. But you didn't say anything to him. You didn't say anything to Dwayne or Rosie about their language. You just came at me. And that is when it started. You started it. You, not me. And then it'd be like little digs here and there all the bloody time. And I was just ignoring it. You are diabolical and disgraceful. You bloody start it. It's all over your bloody channel, in fact. I'm not part of any of these clipping channels for you. I don't need to, because I haven't done anything to you. Well, I have now, because you've gone to the police, but that was your fault. You know what you said, you know how you said it, and it's a lot of things that you've said. You know, deleting a week's worth of lies to cover up your lies. That wasn't enough live streams. But it's too late now because the police have your link for things now. You didn't do a good job, did you, of preparing yourself for the cops? Because the evidence is all out there. But you just carry on, like, you bloody started all of this with Plastic Paddy and PD. So don't you stand there and say it's my bloody fault. It's always you mouthing off at other people, then into Marshall for no real reason, saying he's 3 strikes. What was it? 1 for because he gave Mark a link. You and Mark were already talking at that point, weren't you? Is that a really, like, 1 strike offence because he gave out a link? You could have said no to the guy. You didn't have to let him in your channel, did you? So that's a very feeble excuse, if you ask me. I don't know what anybody else that's going to listen to this live is going to think of this, but that's a bit of a feeble reason. Then strike 2, wasn't it, about Eddie singing a song at Christmas because you got a copyright claim? Oh dear, you've lost about 10 or 12 pence on a video. Big deal. It was a good song and people were enjoying it in your chat. Don't you think that's a little bit more important, that people were enjoying themselves than you getting like measly few pence for your video? How selfish are you? And that was strike 2. You wanted me to stop it there? Was that right, Eddie?
Yeah, I wanted to mention another thing about Mark. Like, now,
okay,
Mark has been like saying like I mean he's been saying that, oh well like he wasn't threatening like me, he wasn't threatening you, he wasn't threatening Marshall or Tompkin. Now, like he would come out with statements, and like I could bring them up. It might take me a while if you just bear with me. But like he keeps mentioning, oh well, he got me a solicitor. Now here's the thing: when he got me that solicitor, like that same solicitor never done anything. Ah, yeah, here we are. He says, Eddie, a bit annoyed over being called a bully when that's the last thing I am. And I don't have a problem with you, but the other 2 are snakes. Did you hear her going on about her knickers last night? FFS. I helped Kill Tools out, lent him money. He's a cunt. Then I replied, says that was joking around. I was on that live. I don't like what Art is lying about me and calling me a retard, which he has been doing. Even going after my dead parents and all that's not okay. Says I know, and then he replied. He says, I know it's not. I haven't seen him on the arts in weeks. Well, that's a fucking lie. I don't want a row with you. the other two, Cool Tools, even told your man Jerry what my kid's pet name for me is. This is the guy that threatened to grow poor. Now, this same Jerry is actually making up fake accounts of me and Vix and Kill Tools. And I replied, not Kill. Says no, man, it's not. But she left her school, so no one can send clips to her school, but fucking Kill Tools. And I was due to in Manchester this week, but had to get my wisdom tooth out. Bradford is a 90-minute drive. And then he proceeded to threaten Vix for the second time. Now, along with, I mean, he going back to my solicitor that he got, like this guy like is absolutely useless. He hasn't done a damn thing. He told me to, like, even with a broken back and them increasing the workload, they told me to go back and like he told me to go back, and I said absolutely not, because I don't want to risk it, like due to my back. Now, like, take it what you will, but this is what he's been said. Like, I mean, he's been saying about Earth, like that. I mean, that's where he was originally from. That's where we found him. Like, he was in Earth, and he's saying that he's not in Earth at all. So, I mean, like, what's the truth here? Like, with Mark, you know, like, he's threatening people.
Well, Clint saw it. You was in the chat. Marshall saw it. Tonkin saw it. I didn't see it because I was unconscious. But I think that is sufficient amount of eyeballs to tell me what was going on.
I mean, four people can't be wrong, can they?
But that they were all trustworthy people.
And I don't fucking tell porkies.
You have to realize this guy will do anything just to get subs. That's all it is. He'll lie, cheat, steal, anything in the world just to get attention. Guy's a nut job.
Well, that's all I got to say on the Mark situation.
I'm not a qualified psychiatrist or psychologist, so I can't really give a medical diagnosis on that. But
then on top of that, I checked the IP address, right? And lo and behold, whose number was it? It was Mark's second number, making silent phone calls.
Yeah, to Marshall as well.
Does that sound insane to you? Picking on handicapped people? Talking about their family? Is that sane?
I mean, I'm not even going to go into my WhatsApp messages, what he said, because I said I wouldn't do that again. But it's just disgusting behaviour.
And that's just one example.
Okay, well, let's
Now,
go back.
nobody's going to come between me and Vix because we are very close.
Of course, we're good friends. A loyal person. I mean, anybody in this chat now knows all of that.
Mm.
But you know, it's when they hear the rest of this, I just want get it out there and see what they actually think about what he's had the cheek to turn around and say. And then strike three was when he asked if Dino could come up because Dino wanted to come up on your live or something. Now, Dino is no angel. You know that art yourself, so you can't be all sort of like, oh, I didn't know he could go like that. You've seen Dino on other lives, so don't give me that flannel. Now, you said out your own gob that you was having what? I know Marshall dropped down, but you was having a 45-minute convo with Dino. So are you saying that Marshall turned around to Dino and said, oh, do us a favor, Dino, can you destroy our arts channel, but give him a good convo for 45 minutes and rip him a new one? Behave yourself. That's 3 feeble excuses to boot Marshall because people liked him in your chat. And you know hardly anything about his life. So how dare you turn around and say he's making it all up? You are the biggest liar in this room by far. I mean, I keep on having to stop this live to bloody comment about your bloody lies that have come out your mouth, which are very provable. Very provable. Because I don't have a criminal record. I haven't gone to court. The only thing I did go to court for was years ago was about a TV license, which I thought my mum had paid for. That's it. Nothing else. So stop it trying to blame people going to prison and that on me. Didn't happen. You're a liar and a fantasist. And you're the one that's stalking me, saying it was a week long. Flaves is live. Is one live stream where I thought you'd be on Jumbos. I didn't know you was in there. But we leave Flaves out of this for the minute. We can do that afterwards. Because what you've done, that was disgraceful.
That they all coordinated their attacks with all different accounts to attack me over the last 18 months. And she has been an integral part of that attack. And Courtals and Tonkin, all of them. Plastic Paddy, Cy, Cherry Murphy, you can go through the whole list. PD at different stages.
Now, shall we go through your list of people then, shall we? Actually, we say that for the cops. I think they'd find it very interesting that you've done a call to arms and getting your channel subscribers to do stuff to me. I haven't done that. I haven't said to my subscribers, go at him, and nor would I. You just want other people to do your dirty work. That's what you're all about, isn't it? Not getting your hands dirty, but getting other people with lower IQs to do it for you. Or people that are on substances. You abuse that. You hone in on that and abuse it. Like you left Paul Darren on a live when he was out of it. And other members of your channel, which I'm not going to mention names on here, but sorry, Darren, for mentioning yours. I apologise about that, but He doesn't care about anyone apart from himself. Carry on with this.
So that's what I've got to say on the subject. And yes, as a countermeasure, I did call the police and report the death threats that were made to me by PD. And yes, a police officer did come and I explained the whole situation for the last 18 months. And I've got a crime number for it.
So
That's what it is.
somebody's saying that they wished somebody would do something to you. It's not the same as what you said on your channel that he actually said he'd do that to you. So you lied again. And your stories keep on changing from live to live and what he actually said. I know what PD said. So you want to get that sorted as well. Because that is very important, the wording of this. And you know that yourself. I mean, PD is not that silly to really come out and say, I'm going to come over there and blow your brains out. But other people in your channel have gone into plastic paddies and said if he comes over to the UK, they're going to put a bullet in his head. Do you know that, Art? Well, you're not like supervising your army very well, are you? As we're supposed to be part of an army, which we are not. Hell no. But you have been bloody doing all of that sort of stuff. But I've got proof that your subscribers have been saying that to Plastic Paddy. I don't think Paddy caught it, but I bloody well did. I don't miss things by much.
And now she's claiming that there's some huge investigation that the police are going to come and arrest me. Well, yeah, come ahead. Let's get it all out there. And that she's going to take out a private prosecution against me. Where's she getting the money from?
Where I get my money from is none of your business. So don't worry about where I'm going to get money from to prosecute you. You just worry about the prosecution. I don't want you even thinking about my life, even thinking about me at all. You have done enough damage with your poisonous tongue. How dare you have the audacity to bloody be on this live right now and spew so many lives in, 5 minutes? Now, you've done that deliberately to wait until I come off of the panel because you knew damn well that you wouldn't have been able to get all this shit out. There's no way I would have bloody sat there and listened to this shit. When I was actually waiting backstage for quite a while, and I thought, well, am I getting mucked about here or not? And then obviously she said later on or whatever, and that's either here nor there now. But I went and done something else. I wasn't listening to it or anything else, but I did hear what you said about me putting someone else behind bars and shit, and I've got form for this. You are so delusional. It is not funny. And you call me a nutter. Well, when did you get your psych degree? I'd like to know. Because if I was unhinged and all of that, I'd be around your house all the bloody time, which I haven't. Haven't ever been down your street. The last time I was through Pevensey Bay was about, 27, 28 years ago. So you've got a very weird definition of the word stalking. Look it up. Doesn't cover it. That is slander and defamation of character on me. Nice one, Art. Thank you for that.
You don't get legal aid for private prosecutions. But then again, people have told me that that's what her and Courtals have been doing historically.
I've said this before. I went down to the police in September. He knew it was coming, as in Art, not Marshall. Marshall hasn't done any of this. Just stop trying to like blame Marshall for all of this shit as well. Why don't you start to take some responsibility for your own fucking actions? I mean, I own up to my stuff, which I've done. What about you? When is it your turn to actually admit to all the shit that you've done on other people or your other subscribers, which you've bloody tossed aside and been abhorrent about? Oh my God.
Threatening people with the police. They threatened side with the police when both Courtals and DJ Vic said disgusting things about Si's wife and his daughters.
You seem to forget the disgusting things that Si was saying to me for 18 months, so knock it off. Si knows that himself. And you know exactly what happened about that live, so you're like twisting the truth again. I mean, I'm not going to make this about Si and what happened with his missus and all of that. That's ancient history. If you want to go and check the live, it's still up on my channel. But it's the whole truth of what happened of that day. Not Art's splintered bit of the truth. You know, he was not Art, but people being called rapists and pedophiles and stuff like that. Do you think like people are going to like take comments like that lightly? No, none of you would.
And other people that they've trolled when disgusting things were said about John Smith and his wife Callie and the children. And that DJ Vic's behind the curtains, right, was dripping poison in Aaron's ear. And when Aaron said all that about John Smith and Callie,
I will stop you right there. There is no way in a million years I would get a 17-year-old, I don't want to say the word child, but he was then, to illegally hack somebody's devices to break the law. No. I didn't say anything to Aaron, in fact, about Jumbo or anything about what he found and all of that. So stop blaming that on me. It wasn't, he told me about it. He asked if I wanted to see it, and I said no, because of my history. So, and that's already on a live as well. So stop twisting things to fit your narrative, Art. And you're going on like Jumbo's lives, talking about not having narratives, this, that, and the other. But you and him have got the biggest narratives going on here.
And how John Smith used to beat his wife and children, and she came on YouTube with black eyes. That was DJ Vic's lyrical. She conspired to do that, and she got Aaron, who's naive and young, to be her proxy. And there are other stories.
Like I said, didn't happen. I mean, I wish Aaron, in a way, didn't come to me and tell me what he saw. But I never turned, and neither did Aaron, actually. So you want to be very careful what you say here as well. Nowhere did Aaron or what came out of my mouth ever say anything about his children getting hurt. How dare you? He said he saw his missus in not such a good way. That was on the live as well. Callie and I sorted that out the other day in Flaves. which as soon as you saw what was going on, you didn't like it and you jumped in the chat and started winding her up again, though, didn't you? You didn't actually liking us sorting all this stuff out because you were busy in jumbos, and when you saw what was going on, you flew back into Flaves, didn't you? To try and destroy Callie and I, like trying to build bridges and sort this stuff out. Disgusting. If you actually, really did like John and all of that, you would have let that carry on. Because it would have been a lot better for John and Callie. Because then at least I could go to my uncle and say, it's been sorted out. And I'll leave it in his hands on what he wants to do. Because he is fuming about all of that stuff, which Jumbo said at the time, which you don't even know anything about it. You weren't around at that time. The things he was saying were disgusting and disgraceful. John knows what he said. Half of this community know. Dino, Dwayne, and all that know what was said. It was disgusting behavior. Keystroking laptops, spying on phones and stuff like that, he was saying. When he knows I've been stalked. That's why my uncle is taking this so personally. And Jumbo just kept on opening his mouth on other lives. My uncle was having enough of it. He said, look, if he says one more thing, that is it. The gloves are off. His words, not mine. So I know what that means in regards to my uncle. So what do you want me to do about that? He's the one that said it, not me. She laid into me a bit, and I actually let her. Because I knew he was standing next to her when she was in that live stream. I could have turned around and went nuts about the picture thing, but I didn't. I was being very careful because I've seen violence and that of mass magnitude, and I don't take things like that lightly. It wasn't out of spite or anything like that. I was actually concerned for his missus. Let's carry on.
It's coming out about what this DJ Vic's lyrical and call tools have been up to over the years. Guinness, the things that happen with Guinness. Other things, there are many things that have come out, and the expression right to describe this is those that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Haven't you got another one to use apart from that? I think you said it on every single live for about the past few weeks. When you come up with a new line or something.
Hello, Rosie, you back? So all of the things I've been accused of for the last 18 months, right, they are doing exactly the same things. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, my phone went dead, right? As I said, I don't know what they're saying going on.
Well, no, that's fine. That's fine, right?
Vix is at that run. Vix is literally on yet telling herself that she's a rat. And I'm not that saying it's Vix too. I don't know where Vix is gone. I don't know what happened. Like, it's saying, Dwayne, how do I do that? Oh, it was saying there's a guest here and now it's gone. It said guest and then one and now it's gone. Right, but Vix is just at that saying her and PD went to the police and all, like, so, and that's why I said to Vix, sure, you're a rat too.
And then
Well, what happened, Rosie, was there were 3 occasions where PD came on YouTube and he said, "I'm putting my face to this," and put his camera on and said,
Yeah,
"I
yeah,
want to."
but I'm not talking about that. I don't know what was going on. With
Well, no,
PD
but it's
or
fine.
whatever.
Listen,
Well, Vic
yeah, but
was
he's
at there
back.
admitting that she went to the garden.
Yes, yes.
So to me, then therefore to me, she's had to go to the police, so she can't call anybody a rat because she's a rat herself, for fairness.
Yes, of course. And that's why she was so quiet.
Right
and
now,
didn't
Georgie
say-
Dazzler, if you start acting the bollocks, I'm just going to kick you.
No, it's that childish juvenile person with learning
As I
difficulties,
said,
Jerry.
if he starts acting the bollocks, I'll just kick him out.
Who's Jerry?
There you go.
Right,
See,
so
honestly,
I just
sorry,
wanna kick you
Rosie. I'm sorry. I
Um,
can't be dealing with these low
Right now,
life
stay there. I'll
comments.
kick him out because I want to have a conversation with you. I'll kick him out, right? Just a minute.
but the biggest pond life in here is you toad, when you say. And the things you're about to come out with next is next level, even for you.
Days gone. But as I said, right, Vix, if you want to come in and defend yourself, that's fine. I'm sure he's not going to mind you in here. But Vix, I've been defending you. Like, people have been calling you a rat for ages, and I've been defending you. And now you've just blatantly opened to me that you went to the garden on. Must have just come and squared over here, Rosie. How come she's come back there? Because the phone call, it's called phone went dead. Why you why so serious? You're just like a little fucking handicap that's hiding behind the page that can't do jack shit.
I mean, Rosie, do you know what she's accusing me of? Because I said she's fat and obese, she's saying it's a hate crime.
Yeah, but to me, like, that hurt me as well. Like, I'm a girl. You don't call a woman or a girl fat.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand.
But no matter what, call them ugly or something, right? If you're gonna hurt them, yeah, you call them fat. Even though if the young one is so skinny, call her fat.
Listen.
But you
Yes.
you knew she was a rat, so you could have just said to her, "You're a rat."
Well, yes, but I mean, at the end of the day, right, it's not against the law to offend someone. I'm sure you say things that people find offensive.
But it actually is
So what?
like that. Yes, it's classed as a hate crime.
Well, let them try to do it, right? Let them do it because they've been attacking me for 18 months in their
But
own
as I
language.
said, I don't know about PD, right? I like him. He's never done that on me. Right?
No,
I want to say this about PD as well. He's never done anything bad on me. There was a guy called Turbo, and not as in art, because that's his nickname, Turbo. This is a guy called Tony Lawrence, aka Turbo. And he was a con man on here. And people that wanted to produce evidence and stuff, I came off YouTube for a couple of months because I had a really bad bout of chest infections. I mean, so I was not on YouTube. I turned my devices off the lot and had a big break. But then, like, people were texting me with all this stuff about the other Turbo. So I helped PD out with, because the things that guy, fake cancer and stuff like that, and ripping YouTubers off with money and stuff, and fake gym and stuff like that. He was supposed to be doing a YouTube charity fight night and ripped off a load of YouTubers. So I helped PD in regards to helping people get their money back and pointing out when I knew certain things and all of that, because the time I was away from YouTube, Turbo was texting me and stuff, and that was talking about his cancer and everything else, which then I found out it wasn't true. And it's like, oh, bloody hell. So I helped PD out with that. And he came to me with something which he saw on YouTube, which he didn't like the look of, which he made me aware of, which got sorted out. Now, PD and I say hello to each other occasionally in lives. That is the sum up of our friendship. I respect the guy. He can be funny. He can be serious. You can have a lot of fun with PD and that, but there is no way I'm going to throw him under the bus just to suit somebody, my narrative or somebody else's. No. I'm coming out with the absolute truth. Can you say the same? I don't think you can. And you were about to say, when Rosie asks you about my children, bring them up in this live, and you turn around and say that I was having a go at your son for a year. Now hold up right here. I do not bring out children. That is one of my pet peeves about people, bringing up people's families and kids. It really does piss me off. So why on earth would I bring up your son for a year? Now, you would have brought this up a long time ago if I was bringing up your son constantly. So don't bloody pin that on me and lie your effing ass off. How dare you? I would never bring your son into this. Never. The only time I've mentioned your son is because you said that I threatened his life. Never done it. I've never threatened you. I've never threatened him or any other members of your family or pets or whatever you have. I haven't threatened you at all. So knock it off and start telling the effing truth, you scumbag. Because all this is provable as well. I want now live streams, timestamps, where I have said specifically about your kid. Because now this is going to escalate further. Saying that I bloody threatened your kid for a year and all of that. And bringing your kid into this for a year. Wow. I was still talking to you a year ago. Why would you still be talking to me if I've been saying that about your kid? You're a liar. Not a very good one either, because you haven't got a fucking good memory. Scumbag.
No, I mean, no, Rosie, can I just say this? PD, right, and I had a discussion on a live the other night, and he comes in my comments, and it seems to be peace at the moment with PD. Honestly, right, he's not attacking me anymore.
Listen, I didn't even know PD was on this YouTube that you are all talking to him or whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. I was live on TikTok, blah, 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 whatever. And that's how I got to know him. Called Bullies. He's called Bullies on TikTok. That's how I got to know him. When he got banned, I lent him my
But no,
whatever,
at the moment,
blah, blah, blah. And then when I was on a live, then he came in and he was calling me like by what I was called on TikTok, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" I was like, "This is obviously someone off TikTok." And then they end up saying who it was. And as I said, like, I've never ever had a problem. He was like, listen, he was like Platypus, only bloke on TikTok. Like PD was the only bloke on TikTok to defend for me when there was like over 3K people watching.
And PD would always do that with women. He's looked out for me and other people. And he called you out on it, Art, didn't he, the other day? On Jumbo's live, which you didn't like. So because this doesn't fit your little narrative, you're putting us all together. Some kind of conspiracy in your mind, which is non-existent. Because Why would it just be me going to the police? If it was a conspiracy, wouldn't we be all going to the cops? No. Just me went to the cops because of the things you said about me. Come out of your gob. You said it. I can't control your mouth. You've got to own up to what you've done. Simple. Take responsibility. You didn't when you accused the other guy in the Wirral, did you? Disgraceful. That was only on what, the 3rd of August? We're only on Halloween. Not even 3 months. Haven't learned anything from that court experience, have you?
He was the only bloke to come in, and then, like as I said, when I had murders on this the last time, Platypus was the only bloke to come in and defend for me. Do you get me? So I've nothing against the them. I don't know what's going on with you, but Vix, as I said, you've just blatantly like told everyone on YouTube that you're a rat. And look, I know Dwayne deletes his lives and shit, but I don't know how to do it. So they're not going to be deleted. Do you get me?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? It's not a secret anymore what's been going on. I mean, at the end of the day, Rosie, you understand YouTube, right? If you're going to give it, you've got to be able to take it. And that's the whole point.
Of course.
You know, I've taken loads of attacks, and that's fine. It's backwards and forwards.
As I said to you the first time I talked to you, I was like, well, I don't know you, but the shit I heard, you're a rat, and you'll always be a rat in my eyes.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
And if you want to say, well, I heard this about you, whatever, that's fine.
A rat and a thief. Nice combination. You're a person that never thought about the elderly people they were like robbing and stuff like that. I don't understand people's mentality when they go around like robbing people's houses and things like that. That is enough to bloody mess someone's head up, going through their possessions and things like that. Some people never get over stuff like that. And you're like proud of what you've achieved in your life. I'd be ashamed of myself if I'd have done that. Absolutely ashamed. And I'd be spending every day since I was released from prison redeeming myself and helping people out. You haven't helped anyone but yourself. Every single bloody life you do, you're like begging for money left, right, and centre. Knock it off. People have hardly got any money as it is. Just put the link out there and just stop going on and on and on about it. Yeah, I've got a link in mind, but I don't like say to people all the time to bloody donate here, there, and everywhere. And mine's a charitable channel, unlike you. Your charity begins at home. Mine supports the homeless and the veterans. You're disgusting.
Yeah, but
I want to give it to you or anybody else, I'll take it back, no problem.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, right, is that right when all the attacks come on me, I don't run to the police. The only reason I went to the police is because she said she's made a complaint first. So I just got in there and went, look, this is what the truth is. Count.
Oh, so you're actually admitting it now. So it was just like dumb luck. Sorry to use the word dumb, PD. It wasn't like, probably poor choice of words, but it wasn't directed at you. Like on your behalf that he said something that you changed into something else. But you weren't worried about what PD said. You were more worried about what I done and went to the police with. Wonder why that is, because you know exactly what you've said. Because like I said, why delete a week's worth of your live streams, which you don't delete your lives because every penny matters to you, like you did with bloody Eddie at Christmas over that live stream. You went absolutely nuts about it for ages, saying it was a copyright claim and this, that, and the other. You've only admitted it recently that it was a claim and not a strike. It's just bang out of bloody order. All of this.
Yeah, but it's not the point. None of you should be going to the garden. You get me as a grown-ass adult.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. It's if you come on YouTube, you've got to accept that you're going to get attacked and praised in equal measure sometimes.
So is that what you said in court to the guy in August, was it? Because you're on YouTube and that, and you know you're a citizen journalist, which is what I've got from the media, by the way. I wouldn't have ever called you a citizen journalist, because the amount of innocent people that you've stitched up, disgraceful. And you're like treating it like it's some kind of joke. Oh. Of course you would agree with her, because you were the one that said all this bad shit. I've done nothing to you at all. Nothing at all, but defend myself. And then you go on the attack saying it's all me. Nice narrative, but it's not the truth, is it? And I'm going to prove it. Mark my words.
Yeah, but it's just like you go on any social media site.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
You see, and
nobody should be going to the garden. Have you seen her personally?
Well, no, listen, right, Rosie, right, you saw.
No, I'm asking you a question. Did you see her personally?
Who, DJ Vix?
Yeah.
Never. I don't know nothing about.
Okay, you've never seen her personally. Has she ever seen you personally?
And probably heard me on a live or
no,
seen a.
Has she seen you personally?
Never, ever.
Right, okay, so therefore, the two of you have never met each other, so you shouldn't be, none of you should be going to the guards.
I know, but Rosie, people like you and me, I understand that, but you've got to remember she's had multiple internet relationships where she's never met people.
So you still shouldn't be going to the guards about each other.
Well, no, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, but
I agree with you. But listen, I agree with you 100%. And the thing is, right, is that people who can't handle it shouldn't be on YouTube.
Well, if you can't, why can't you be like me, right? If you're having an argument, right? I had an argument with you the first time. I sent you my personal address. Did I or did I not send you my home address?
Yes,
yes, okay. I sent you my home address.
That is right.
Why not just send each other home addresses and then just say,
because that's not
what you've got to do, or
but that's not the way that she operates, right? She's
you don't operate like that either, though, Hart. You can't blame all on her.
No, I'm not blaming all of it on her. She attacked me, and I've only defended myself.
And we all know that's not true. Rosie and Dwayne and Jerry and Eddie were witnesses to that live stream of Dwayne's where you were laying into me. That's where it started. So don't you dare turn around and say that I started this. You did it. I don't come out and just like lay into people. It's not my style. Not my style at all. And you can try and fit your narrative all you like. What has any of my relationships online got to do with any of this? Absolutely sweet FA. You're just using it to muddy the waters to make you look a bit better. But in a lot of YouTubers' eyes, you're never going to look better because of your past. Very dark indeed. And you haven't learned anything from it. And that is what saddens me, that you've not learned anything from your past. And in a minute, he's going to turn around and say that I've reported every one of his lives to YouTube. Crap. Why would I bother? Why would I bother when I can just go directly to YouTube if I wanted to, which I haven't? Go straight to YouTube and just give them the information I've got, and you'd be taken off YouTube anyway. I could just do that rather than report your videos every day. No, don't really go near your channel. I don't like you. That's blatantly fucking obvious. You're trying to say that I commented in your channel a sock account. Prove it, because it didn't happen. Take your laptop to the old bill and let them forensically examine it. Because then they can find out who these sock accounts are, and then you can say sorry to me and have a go at them for doing it. And like I've said in the past, why don't you change your phone number? It seems a little bit convenient to me, right? That you seem to get phone calls a lot, and you say it's people from Liverpool and stuff like that, and you said plenty of nasty things about Liverpudlians, haven't you? Now, if you were getting like phone calls constantly, the logical thing is to change your phone number. But you haven't done that. So how do we know that one of your subscribers isn't calling your house? Because you don't seem that bothered about it. It's like whenever the phone goes off, you're getting overexcited about it because it's a bit of like entertainment for your live stream, because they're that boring. The people falling asleep, the phone probably wakes them up. Ridiculous. I don't go on my Twitter very often, probably twice a month. So no, do not report you up on Twitter at all. Liar. Any other platforms? No, haven't done it. So I'm a compulsive, utter liar. And I'll be willing to go one further by taking a polygraph. What about you? Think about it. I'll get my uncle to pay for it. So you won't have to come out of your pocket. We could do it live on YouTube, in fact. You strapped up to a lie detector test, because if I'm paying for it, like if people want to see it, they can pay money to charity to watch it. The actual absolute truth. And I do the same. You are just full of fucking lies. Disgraceful. If you ever bring my kids up again as well, you don't bring up people's kids ever. And you make out yourself to be a good father, and you do that. That just shows that you're not one at all. Goodness sake.
Oh, she's now gone running.
The both
Yeah,
of
but
us are grown ass
Rosie,
adults. None of us should be going to the garden and run.
Yeah,
anyway.
But Rosie,
And
yeah,
then
but
you should be giving each other his address or whatever, or meeting somewhere and saying, like, we're sorted out. Like, you should be saying, all right, well, you bring a bloke or I'll bring a girl, to fight you, or you bring a bloke.
well, yeah, but the thing is,
there and then, like, as I said, the first time I met you, I gave you.
So you think I'm going to arrange a straightener to a police informant, do you? I mean, no. He's already openly admitted that he would rat someone out again and again and again if it suited him. So do you think I'd give my address out to a person like that? Do you think I'd arrange a straightener when he's a police informant? That'd be pretty dumb. That's one thing I am not. I'm not one of your subscribers that you can manipulate to do your bidding. Which, you know, a lot of your subscribers are going to like come to learn exactly what you are. And probably a lot of them already know. But that they just probably want to see you fall. And I don't mean like fall over and hurt yourself or whatever. You know what the term I mean, fall is. Let's carry on with this.
You my address. I was like, you can come, I'll get someone to sort you out, and or you can bring girls and I'll fight. Do you get me?
No, I fully agree with you. But listen, it gets worse. She has spent the last year, right, reporting me to YouTube, every episode of mine, reporting me to Twitter and every platform, trying to get me shut down. She sends at least one or two reports every single day to different platforms. She's obsessed with me, for goodness sake. Is she stalking me, Rosie?
But another thing, how would I be able to do that? I mean, you're going to bloody jump on me for saying this, but I'm very, very much epileptic. I have a lot of seizures. So how am I supposed to do all this reporting when some days I'm completely out of it all day? Explain that one to me. I don't waste my time on thinking about what you're doing at all. When I'm having a good day, I like to spend it in the park with my dog, being outdoors, doing nice things like that, being with my kids, you know, doing stuff like that. Now, that's who I'm about. You're just about sitting at home behind your bloody laptop, seeing who you can screw over today, aren't you? Now, quite a lot of people around here know exactly what kind of person I am. I've come out and said all the bad things I have done. I've made mistakes on here, sure. It's a learning curve. But because I've had learning curves with people like you in the past, which I haven't gone to the police for, but they haven't said the things you've said. But I'm not going to tell you the things you said because then you'll know what to look out for, won't you? I'm not that dumb. But you know, you're going onto other platforms sprouting your crap. No, you say on your channel, don't you, that you want like amnesty for people to go around whatever channels they want and have freedom of speech and do all of that kind of stuff. If it applies to you, if I dare go into any channels that you may happen to be in or go in or whatever, I'm not allowed to do that. So how comes it's one rule for you and one rule for me? I didn't know you was in Flav's channel. I thought you was in Jumbo's, like I said. Because you're always around Jumbo. Now, I think I know what the reason for it is, but I'll just have to see later down the line whether I'm right or not. The birds of a feather flock together. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it can happen, women stalking men, and you've got.
Yes, of course it can. Yes, of course.
And you've got
about women beating men or men beating women. It's vice versa. Yeah, I'm all.
Of course, and the biggest thing is she's got a history. She sent a man to prison. She sent him.
Yeah,
She
but you
came
not realize like the most victims today is not even women, it's men. Like as I said, like I'm all for equal rights. Like if I see a man walking down the road and thumping the head off a young one, I'm gonna thump the head off him. If I walk down the road and see a young one thumping the head off a bloke, I'm gonna thump the head off her. Like it's equal rights and shit.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, if you look at her track record, it's not
Well,
a very.
I don't know about our track record, right? I know about Dwayne and Kelvin. That's it, yeah. And I asked her a question about how could you be in a relationship with someone in a different country?
Yes.
I'm going to stop it right there. Now, stalking and harassment is when somebody repeatedly behaves in a way that makes you feel scared, distressed, or threatened. Done any of those things to you. There are different types of stalking and harassment, and anybody can be a victim. Stalking and harassment are offences under the Protection from Harassment Act 1997. So, again, I will ask you, how am I stalking and doing all of this? Because I haven't contacted you. And you're probably going to turn around and say about Flav's channel. Well, I've got it documented what was said in Flav's channel, so that's easily proved again. So you're not going to be using that one. Not at all. Not at all. Now, Flav's doesn't belong to you. He's a nice guy, and I had been in his channel before you were around. I've seen them on other streams as well. And because I was seeing more and more people that I talk to quite a bit go into his channel, and he's a chilled out guy. Lovely guy, in fact. And he's all about music and he's, you know, being very chilled out individual, which is the kind of energy that I like. But you're like treating channels like they're your own personal possessions. Like when you was in like Paddy's channel, you were like telling him what to do in his own channel. Whenever you're in people's channels, you're like trying to control it and telling people what to do in their own channels. Who do you think you are? You were saying that I've asked all of the people that are supposed to be part of this conspiracy to go around all of the channels and ask people to block you. Haven't done it. Why would I do that? They probably blocked you themselves because they don't like you. And they probably don't want people like you around. I don't know. But don't blame it on me and other people because you can't take responsibility for your own shit. Yeah, a few channels might come round. But when all this comes out about what you've said and done, where do you think your credibility is going to go then? Because all the lies you told it just now, provable, very provable by one phone call. So what are you going to say when I produce the evidence that all that you said just then is a bunch of flannel? What are you going to say then? You've accused another innocent person of doing some dodgy shit. That's your MO, isn't it?
I don't even. Did Dwayne ever see her on a video, her face or anything? Did Celtic ever see her on a video? Right? Has he ever seen what she looks like?
I've never seen Vix on like a video call. Yeah, he hasn't.
Right.
Right. So Dwayne has never seen her on a video call.
There you go. Here.
How did you see what she looked like? Was it just pictures?
Now, Marshall has seen me. I've cammed up for Marshall. Tonkin has seen me a lot. Who else? Eddie has spent over a week with me. So, and when I went up to Dover, I mean, I was on God knows how many people's cameras, for goodness sake. there was two bloody things kicking off. One live stream, there was 2,500 people in the bloody live stream. And he came and got me on his camera and was talking to me and that because of what I did for the Patriots that day. Which you know nothing about because you don't fucking ask. I'd met up with a lot of YouTubers, but I'm very selective on how I go about things because of my history. You may say that's victim claiming, whatever. It's just a damn fact of the situation. You might not like it. I don't give a fuck what you like or don't like. It happened and I'm trying to deal with it in the best way I know how. And I have to trust you a hell of a lot before I let you in my inner circle like that. And I have to know you very well indeed. Now, Dwayne was being not truthful with me. So that's where I was getting a little bit. And it's not a dig at Dwayne, because he was going through doing loads of crazy shit back then. It's good that he's sorting his life out now and got a good job and all of that. And I'm pleased for him, I really am. But you do not know the people that I've actually gone on live streams and that and cammed up for. And you don't like me going on about my epilepsy, but that is a huge thing about it. And I black out as well, which is not fun. I don't get any notice of that. It just happens. So I could be all right 1 minute and it happens the next. Leo can't detect that. It's a separate issue, which is all provable as well with medical evidence. Evidence is very important, isn't it? Shame I've got quite a lot of it and you really haven't on me because I haven't done any of this stuff you're accusing me of.
I bet he hasn't even seen a photo.
Have you ever seen it? Yeah, you just seen just pictures.
Yeah, how old? 20 years old?
20 years old. Unless he tops back in the day, yes, or you are a good while old. But as I said, like if people want to like do that, like, and yeah, I will in a minute, Jerry, because if you come in, he's gonna leave. And as I said, like I don't know what went on with Dwayne or Kel or whatever,
No,
right?
listen, I'm not.
Right? No, fair enough. Like when I come on to YouTube, I was just been talking to Steve and Sean. I still never met Steve or Sean. And then I started texting Dwayne. And I met up with Dwayne like about a few weeks later or whatever. And then we ended up going over to Celtic too. So the only two people I've met off this YouTube is Celtic and Dwayne. That's literally it.
Yeah, but the whole point of the matter is, right, is that, you know, the pattern of behaviour. Now, we're not going to be judgmental, but you've got someone here who's having relationships on you.
You already are being judgmental by what you're talking about. I know exactly where you're going with this. But I'm afraid it's not going to fit your little narrative. So you have to go on another one, aren't you?
YouTube where the people haven't seen them.
Well, to me, like I'd be judgmental
It's weird.
because to
It's
me,
weird.
you can't have a relationship with somebody if you've never met them.
Exactly. That's the whole point of it. But apart from that,
Well,
it's
that's
just
my point of view, and I've said that to Vix, and I asked Vix, I was like, how did you have how you got a relationship with Wayne, and how have you got one with Celtic, like if you've never met him? And she was like, oh, but that's up to her. If she wants to choose it, that's fine. That's up to her. Each to their own. I'm not gonna judge anybody. But me personally, I just think, yeah,
A relationship, though, is a two-way street, isn't it? Not just me. Which, I could have just turned around and said, but that's none of your business. But I politely answered your question. But like I say, my relationships have got fuck all to do with any of you on here. Nothing at all.
and I said the same thing to Dwayne about Vix as well. Me personally, I just think you can't have a relationship with somebody that you never met.
I
or
agree.
You've
I
never
agree.
even seen on a video call. Do you get me?
That's it. Yes. Maybe if you can see on a video call, you got some physical
Because
connection.
when I was even texting Dwayne, like I was me and him was video calling on WhatsApp every night. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck this. I'm not gonna think like these are thinking like I'm a bleeding catfish. Do you get me?
No, exactly. So to be honest
You
with
need
you,
to leave and come back because it's like proper like echoey or something.
okay, but yes, to be honest
Hello?
with you, can you hear me?
Art, leave and come back. I want to finish my conversation off.
Right. Yes. Can you hear
Art,
me?
leave and come back. I can't hear a thing he's saying. Can anybody hear me?
Right. Okay. But
Art,
if you can
leave
hear,
and come back.
all right. Okay. Right.
I want him to come back because I want to have the rest of that conversation with him. Get your tits out, Rosie. I should have for the picture. Just saying stuff at the kind of victims in Windsor. This YouTube is my well over stuff. Everyone had each other. I know, Goldie. Art bags from strangers, that's okay. How does art bag from strangers? Right, can you answer me that? Okay, it's it, Rosie. Yeah, play it that. Get him back in. Don't be scared. You talking to? You fucking idiot.
All right, Rosie. Is that better?
No, I don't know. Do you have like
Can
earphones or something?
no, honestly. Connect. Well, let's ask the
You
chat. Can
do you
everyone
have
hear me in the chat?
you have something in like, or I don't know, like maybe.
See, I could actually hear reverb in my headphones still. So that means somebody on your panel's recording. I'm not just saying that to be mean. It's the truth. Admit it up. It's no need for Rosie to be recording this because it's her own live. You're the only one up on panel. You can't blame it on Jerry, can you? So that sound has been constant when you've been up on panel. Shady. See, if I'd have recorded this, I wouldn't be doing my live stream like this. Certainly not. Wouldn't have needed to, would I? Disgraceful.
We restart your phone or something.
No. To be honest, I'm just on StreamYard. I'm not on a telephone.
What?
I'm not on a telephone.
But maybe close all your apps down and then come back because, like, you literally, I swear, me mask right. It literally sounds like you're a robot that's miles away.
Oh dear, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'll try.
No, just I'm not gonna let anybody in until you come back. Just like shut everything down and then try to come back in. Hello? Oh, he's gone. Stop using next door's Wi-Fi, Rosie. It's not fucking my Wi-Fi. I'm even using Wi-Fi. I'm on my dad's. Our hostage is gone. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work. I'm not even answering you. Celtic, why are you sending him one? How would just someone say someone there? I could hear you both sound, but I couldn't hear him. I say my mask right. I genuinely couldn't hear him. But anybody else hear him? Oh, it was on my phone. Do I really want them on my YouTube? Let me on, Rosie. How do I let people in? Get sure me and see if it's your end. Right, I don't know, like, oh, there. Hello? He's muted or something. Him?
Hello, 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 hello.
No, it's defo. It's defo your side art. Because he.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I wonder why that is. Shady behaviour. Shame that you've got a person with very good headphones in here that can hear a lot of stuff. Reverb to a DJ is like nails on a chalkboard. You could ask any DJ that yourself. There's plenty of them on YouTube. Ask them. They'll tell you. Carry on, though.
So, to be honest with you, Art's just a little childish person.
Right, yeah, look, as I said, I'm at the being having a good conversation with him. If he comes back in, you just mute yourself, yeah?
Okay, fair enough. Can I play a song, please?
I can hear you. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying to you, Art. You need to shut everything down or something. Because you sounded like you were like miles away. Like you sounded like you were a robot.
Rosie.
What?
Can I play a song for you, please?
No, if it's not cheeky, I'm kicking you.
It's not, no.
Well, I'm ready to like press remove from stage.
Don't worry. It's not. Right? Ready?
Go.
Ready?
You little prick.
No, it's the Pink Panther.
Yeah, you're a little prick. I'm not fuck off. Leave me here now. I'm kicking you off with that picture. Off. Right now, Art. I'm not, Art, as I said, like, I was having a conversation with you in here, right? I'm not going to be, like, talking about comments back and forwards. Fixes it. Why would it be fixed? Right. No. Look, as I said, like, whatever she's done or whatever, she just proved herself that she's a rat, but I'm still not going to sit there and let you talk shit about her. Same way I wouldn't sit there and let you talk about Art or Platypus or anybody. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that shit. If you're going to talk about someone, say it to them. Yeah, Platypus.
Is that any good now? Is that all right now?
Yeah, back proper.
Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, Rosie. Where were we in the conversation?
Yeah, but as I was saying about Vix, like, you know, like, right, even though she's at the admitting that she rang the police on you and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right, and people would be like, oh, yeah, I thought you were talking to him, this and that. I couldn't give a shit what people think of me for talking to you because you're meant to be a rat, or about me talking to anybody else, right? The way I look at it is, I'll talk to who I want, right? If I want to talk to you, I'll do that, right? If people have their opinion of you, that's their opinion, right? And the same way I'm literally on me saying it about Fix, right? Fix is after proving to me that she's a rat. And I said it to her, you just proved to me too that you're a rat. But I'm still not going to sit there and let people bully her. Do you get me?
No, I agree. But at the end of the day, you notice when you called her out, she went silent.
It wasn't, I kicked them all out. I didn't know what I was doing. And I kicked everybody out.
See, I would have stayed and defended myself against you. But then again, you wouldn't have been able to come out with like all of this stuff that you've just come out with. And you know damn well it to be true as well. You just use the opportunity to lie your ass off. Lying must come very easy to you. How can you have any genuine friendships with people if you're lying to them constantly? How many people actually trust you with their life? Probably hardly any. I wonder why. Now, you ask me those questions, there's quite a long list. Yeah, things got screwed up with Dwayne because I was talked into doing something which I was talked out of doing. but we sorted all that out now. That is the only like bad thing that I've done to a person on here. Think about that for a moment. The actual John Smith stuff I proved on my live back in January. When he come out again, jumped into Julian's chat, I proved him wrong again. Every time Jumbo's opened his gob, I proved him wrong. Why is that? Because he's a liar. He hasn't told his wife the truth. Now, I politely said to her in Flavors when we were sorting things out, which you didn't like at all, like I said earlier, I said, I have the truth if you want to see it. But if you don't, I will kindly respect your wishes. Said that word for word, in fact. But as soon as you and Mark and others were attacking me in that chat, I thought, right, I'm going to protect myself here, just in case. And luckily I did. Because of that live you did afterwards, and the things that you were saying and all of that, to try and get people to turn the hate on me. Now, Flaves isn't paying attention to his live much either, was he? And you were taking full advantage of that as well. So you don't really like Flaves very much, do you? Because I wasn't being nasty at all in that chat. I'm not like that. I don't go into people's live streams and start tearing it up and being a nasty bitch. No way. Even like on the vent and that, we like Sai and all of that back then, I was still being cordial. It wasn't turning into a mass battleground whenever Sai and I were near each other. I would leave it at the door. Paddy appreciated that. Sometimes Sai didn't do that and it attacked me, but I was never the one starting it. Never. Why is that, do you think? Because I respect the people's live streams. You don't, because you just like turn it into a bloody battleground and turn it into bloody chaos and make out that all the people that you don't like are wrong uns and all of that. It's bloody disgusting. Like I said, we'll be dealing with the Flav situation later because there's a lot to go through there for obvious reasons, because the chat was going to bloody quick while I thought, right, I'm going to get some protection here. I had to bloody scroll back and write the chat out by hand, because there's no way people can bloody scan that with their eyes that quickly. Whilst I'm doing a live on it to actually pull you up on all your shit, I've got to know what was said. So I had to write it all out. Took a while, but well worth it. Well worth it. Didn't want to do it to Flaves, but you were the one that went on to a crazy narrative, like you always do, because you can't take responsibility for your own actions and dark shit that you do to quite a lot of people. Saying to people, call to arms and stuff like that. Who do you think you are?
But you see, that's the thing now.
I don't know. Here, I'm going to add Platypus in, right? Don't leave Art. He's going to mute himself. Right?
Okay.
No, he's going to mute himself. He's at the same when you come in, he will mute himself, because I told him, if he doesn't, I'm just going to kick him straight back in. Right now, Platypus, you're in. Mute. Look, he even has himself muted before he even comes in, right? No, but as I said, right, Art, I don't even, like, I don't know you, right? And you know, I think you're a rat, and as I said to you, you'll always be a rat. But I'm still not going to let someone sit there and talk about you. Wait till, like, I'll say something like, yeah, wait, I'll try to get him in and then say what you want to say. Do you get me? Like, so, because Fix tonight then, someone was talking about her and I rang her and I was like, here, they're in the live talking about you. I was like, come in and defend yourself.
So every man has a shadow, yeah? Every
Yeah.
man has a shadow, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is what I respect about you. You're not afraid of your shadow. Your shadow is a dirty, horrible fucking grass and cunt, yeah? But you'll
Yes.
stand and you'll fucking stand as a man. And a shadow will be behind you.
Well, yeah,
No.
this is what I said. I said this to
Let me
Ryan, and
fucking
here
talk.
you can even ask Platypus.
If he would stand as a man, he would stand up and say the absolute truth, which he hasn't done yet. But the truth is going to come out. Oh, definitely.
I said it to Dwayne earlier on. You, Fix, and Sai is the only three that come onto the live and defend yourself.
No, but Art,
Sorry, that's the truth.
Didn't I say that, Platypus?
You did indeed, yeah.
The three of you are the only one. Like, everybody knows. Like, even Sean said it and all. Like, everybody knows. I think you're a rat, and I said it to you already. Art, you can call me Lar. Once a rat, always a rat.
Art,
If I have something to say to you, I'd say to you. No problem.
Art.
One second.
Gary,
Sorry.
mute yourself.
So previously I was like messed up in this world of hatred and all. And that man you sent down, like that you took the police for. And his two kids, and I was just messed up in this hole, like going after, I'm gonna pretend I'm them, and then blah blah, pretend I'm his son, and blah blah. I was just an angry young man, I was. And then I realized that you're not afraid of your shadow. So I mean, because everyone's got a shadow,
right? But Art, I want to say something to you.
I'm not finished talking.
You are a dirty cunt earlier
I'm not
on.
finished talking.
No,
I'm not fucking finished.
You are a dirty cunt earlier on.
Yeah.
You brought Fixed kids into that.
Excuse me, I'm not finished talking.
Art, did you not bring Fix's kids into it?
I'm not finished talking.
Right, yes, because she,
Men are at the
It's-
table.
it's
she,
not-
hang on, she
it's not the
over a
point.
period
I
of
was
time
after
has
saying
mentioned
to
my
you
son.
I
She
literally
mentioned
said
my
to you
son.
10 minutes ago, you're a grown ass adults, meet up, fight it out, get horse, get a fella to fight you, you get a boy to fight her, whatever, meet up, fight it fucking out.
You show me the prig and say their boys are talking.
But you're adults, Art, and you went and like stooped so low because I was after being talking to you before that, and you were talking about Dwayne and all bringing your kids into it. And then when I seen you bringing our kids into it, I was like, holy Jesus.
Yes, because she don't want to listen. Hang on.
No,
Hang on.
hang on, you listen to
Let me say, let me just say
as low
this.
as what they did by bringing your kids into it. You stooped so low by bringing her kids into it.
Yes.
No, but that was disgusting. You don't like people bringing your kids into it.
That's
So
right.
why, can I ask you a question? Why the fuck did you bring horse into it?
Because she did the same to my son over the last
but
year.
not in my life.
Like I said before, absolutely effing not. I do not bring children into anything. I know you've got a grown-up son. It's irrelevant to me that he's grown up, but he's still your kid. I wouldn't do that. Never do it. I'm a mother. Like I said before, if I was doing this to your kid over the past year, you would have said something way before now, because you've been going at me constantly for weeks. You would have brought it up in front of Jumbo, wouldn't you? If that was the case. You are just full of shit. You're doing in here to try and poison like Dino's mind, probably, Rosie's, Dwayne's, and everybody else's. I mean, yeah, there are a few of your actual subscribers in here as well. But I hope they actually listen to this, because what I am saying is absolute truth and provable. Because why do you think the cops are taking on my case? Think about that for a moment. Let that just resonate for a minute. But never. You said that Jumbo was knocking his kids about. No. Liar. Bringing a son up for the year. Liar. Having a go at you for 18 months. Liar. It's only been when you've attacked me on that live that Rosie mentioned earlier in the same hotel they're at now, which is only a few months back, and I was ignoring you. But then you were being racist about Paddy's kids and stuff like that, and now that irked me. Paddy was very upset about that. And all the other stuff you were saying about me as well. So I thought, right, okay, we'll address this on my channel. That's why I did that live stream on the 8th. But you didn't ever want to discuss what you did around that time, though, did you? No, why is that? It's mad, absolutely mad. All of this, that you have the audacity to turn around and say that I would do that to anyone's kid. Never in a million years. I mean, ask Try and see if he believes that. Because he knows how passionate I am about kids. And I don't mean in a funny way. I mean in a supportive way. That I would do anything to help a child. I don't go round like tearing families down and stuff like that. No. Not with my history. Mm-mm. If you actually knew my history, that would have been the most preposterous thing you would have absolutely said. It wouldn't have come out of your mouth because it is that bad of a narrative. But how many more dark lies are going to come out of your mouth between now and when this is getting sorted out in the courts and with the police then? Is there going to be like a whole bloody folder of like porky pies from you? You're not capable of telling the truth at all. And I will speak to you, Rosie, on a phone call about all of this if you want. And I can explain exactly what's going on. Not in regards to the police investigation. I'm not going into that, but all the stuff around it. I don't mind doing that. But I said at the beginning of Dwayne's live about going to the cops. It's not a secret. It's all over my channel. Steve knew about it. So I knew about it. Because we were on, and Jerry knew about it. Because we were all on Paddy's live and they were asking me about what happened when I went to the police. Art turned around and said that they were basically laughing at me and ripped up my complaint and put it in the shredder. You wish, don't you? You actually wish that happened. So why are you so worried about what I'm going to say? I wonder. Because you wouldn't be making this much effort, would you, if you had nothing to worry about? You're doing this to rattle me. You're doing this for me to make a mistake. You're doing this to try and get as much information about what I've said to the police and what I'm going to be saying to the police further on about all of this. Sorry, you're getting nothing. Nothing at all. But now you brought up kids and everything else. That was the worst mistake you could have made. Because I was pretty calm before. You don't want to awake that side of me. Because when it comes to my children and my family, the gloves are off. No, you already said that quite a while ago, didn't you? Chuckling about it and said, oh, now I can go in really hard. You are a wanker and a piece of shit. But what you've been saying on your live streams, reveling in it. Saying, oh, I feel like a chip has been lifted off my shoulder type of thing. The one going on about carers and stuff. You know, I've got nothing against you having home helps at all. Even said that in my live stream. Can you afford it though? Or are you going to be asking for your subscribers to pay for that as well? Because you're asking them to pay for everything else, aren't you? And when was the last thing you did anything for your community? As in where you live? When was the last time you helped homeless people? When was the last time you helped veterans? When was the last time you did any kind of help like that, which didn't help yourself? I'd like you to answer that question. Because the answer from me is all the bloody time. And people that know me very well know that I go out of my way to help people. Perfect example, the candle lighting thing at Christmas I did. Weren't all my candles. I bought candles for other YouTubers that wanted to be part of it but couldn't come down to London, which I paid out of my own pocket for the flowers, the candles, and to make it look really nice. That's what I do, to go out of my way for people, not tear them down and tear strips off them, unlike you. People find out about that soon enough. When quite a lot of people have already noticed exactly what you are. You come up with nicknames for them. Well, you're not man enough to actually say their YouTube names. You think you're smart coming out with nicknames. Like I say, the cops have linked all the nicknames so they actually know who's who now. Thanks for that. You slipped up there.
No, she didn't. You were talking about her being a rat or whatever, blah, blah,
No,
blah.
I'm talking about the last year.
About our kids.
I'm talking about the last year.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the last year. I'm talking about the live that went on tonight. You and her was having an argument, and then you said about our kids. That was disgusting.
She has brought my son into this many times.
Not in my life, she didn't.
No, she hasn't. I'm not saying she did,
yes,
but she
so there was no need for you to bring her kids into it in my life. And in my point of view, right, the both of you are rats. The both of you are adults. You should have fucking sorted out between the two of you, or you should have got a girl to fight her and she should have got a bloke to fight you, and there was no need for you to fucking bring her kids into it.
Yeah, but he didn't
because you know, if that was me, You know, if that was me and you brought my kids into it, I'm telling you, never mind your kids, I would have brought your whole family into it because that was fucking disgusting.
I'll tell you something about art.
No, that was fucking disgusting.
Listen,
You didn't like
I'm
when Dwayne
talking.
and Celtic or whatever brought your kids into it.
Yeah, but Art never ran on me.
Yeah,
He
but
could
that's
have
not
gone
the
to
point.
police.
That's
I
not-
would have been arrested for what I was doing.
Art, you never, you
Art,
did. Sure.
Did
you
take
did-
your side
yeah,
of the
yeah.
How do you know that he won't turn on you and do it anyway? Does it to other people? Could easily do it to you. 'Cause I bet you it's still got it documented. And now you've just reaffirmed it. Very silly for you to bring up this subject. Really. You trust him not to keep his gob shut? Wow, okay. The person that actually sorted all it out for you and Dino was Marshall. Now, I know Dino said really nice things to Marshall about sorting that out. But like you just said, Dwayne, Marshall done you a real solid there. So you could like bend a little bit in regards to what you've got to be in your bonnet about with him, because he done you a solid with Art. Think about it, because you were good friends before. You could easily be good friends again. I'm sure Marshall would appreciate it. And some things people can't forgive, but some things can be forgiven, you know. Just put that out there. But I will never forgive you for this. Never. Because this could have easily been sorted out. And you know why? I think you didn't give me the name of the person when I did that live on the 8th. Because there wasn't a person. It came from you. That's what I personally think, my gut feeling. Because you have no qualms in ratting people out, which you said it yourself on many lives recently. You pretty much thought I was a pushover. But you're finding that out that I'm not now, aren't you? And you're not liking it, are you? Let's carry on with this. I want to get this done.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He said
listen,
that. He said that.
listen.
Whatever brought your kids into it.
Cherry, is that all you've got left? Is just that
I'm asking
screenshot?
you, right? I don't acknowledge him, right? I'm asking you a question. Did you like when Dwayne and Celtic brought your kids into it?
I certainly didn't.
So why the fuck did you bring someone else's kids into it and a woman's kids at
But
that?
can I say something about Art? Can I say something
I
about
want
Art?
to ask. I want them to
No, we
answer.
just-
Oh my
no,
God!
Endearing.
Yeah, you can ask.
He stuck to his
yes,
word.
Yes, listen.
He stuck
You
to his
can
word.
ask him this question out now. I just want to ask him this. Right, you didn't like when Dwayne and Celtic done it, right? So why
Yes.
the fuck tonight, when Vix didn't even say anything to you? Now I've been watching the comments of my own phone, even on Dwayne's live. I've been watching the comments, and you're just constantly going at her. She's not even answering you back, and then you bring our kids into it.
It's totally different to what I did.
You didn't like Dwayne and Celtic bringing your kids into it.
No, it's totally
So
different.
answer the question.
Do you
So
want
why
me
the
to
fuck-
answer? Do you want me
No,
to
but answer
answer?
the question. Why the fuck would you bring someone else's kids into it?
Because I was showing equivalence. I was showing that's what she did to my son, so I've now done it to her kids. So it's
Well, look at as I said,
equality.
I didn't see her doing that to her kids because I would have said the exact same thing.
You haven't seen it, Rosie, because it never happened. Never. Shame on you for even bringing that up. And you got rid of the comment, didn't you, about it? Why did you do that if you weren't bothered about it? Because you knew it was out of order, and you knew that other people that would be reviewing this live would find it out of order. But quite a few people brought that up about you bringing my kids into it. I don't know anything about your son. I don't want to know anything about your son. I want to know anything about your family, your dealings, none of it. Your life doesn't interest me. So knock it off.
Right.
Right.
I'm so sorry for threatening your son.
Look,
and
we've
That's
already
all
got
right,
through that.
Wayne. We sorted that. It's not a problem.
This is what
It's
I mean.
done. It's over. It's forgotten.
And look here, no matter what anyone calls you, grass, you made it fucking like your word, gave me your
Yeah,
word.
did you do a live a few weeks ago and was like something about no, it wasn't. It was you done a live or something. It was like, oh, about people I have problems with, and then someone said something and you were like, well, the Rosie and Dwayne, I have no problem with them. At least Rosie has the balls and all to stand up and whatever. I seen a screen recording.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Yeah, I seen that screen recording. And
Right.
when they sent it,
And
like,
can I say another thing? Can I say another thing? What
no,
on
but
earth?
when I seen that screen recording, I was like, wait, okay, he didn't say I'm bad about me. Couldn't give a shit. All he was saying was she's a girl. She stood up for herself. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Yes. That's all I did say. And another thing, what is this photograph that's meant to be floating around? Because it's the first
You know
I've
what?
heard of
That's
it.
why I was saying about like the whole fucking OnlyFans and shit. I couldn't give a flying bollocks. Right. No, I'm not letting you in unless you take that picture down, right? And that's just it. Sorry, Platypus. I'm not letting you in until you take the picture down. As I said, like that whole thing about like the whole OnlyFans and all. I know there's no. Of you on the way live. Yeah, and I know when my face was on the way live or whatever when I wasn't, and he's trying to say, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's the one on OnlyFans, and that's why Platypus is like, no, it's not that one. I'm like, oh, it's the other one then. Like, you know, like I'm making loads of money out of this.
Here, Art, I say to Rosie all the time, I go, Art's a good man.
Only members or non-members. No, only members can get into my OnlyFans.
Dwayne, would you be saying Art is a good man if he was doing all the stuff he's done to me, to you? And he actually does shop you to the cops because he shops everybody that gets close to him. Putting that out there because it's actually true. Go to his ex-subscribers and ask them their experiences with him and see what they tell you. When they spent a lot of time around him in his lives and all of that, you might not like what you hear. Just keep your eyes open around him. That's all I'm saying. I don't want you getting hurt. No way.
Yeah, I'm talking. You kept your word, right? Like 100%. You told me about Steve. I extended an olive branch to that man, and he still sent me down the old fucking canal with no.
He told you about Steve to benefit himself. To get people on his side. Because that's what he does. He doesn't do anything for anybody that doesn't benefit himself. And that is the absolute truth. And all the people that are going to be watching this in my channel and Rosie's and Dwayne's and all of that, are going to see all of this. You know.
Well, Dwayne, listen. Rosie, could I just address what Dwayne has said? Listen, everyone can see now clearly that the battle between Plastic Paddy and his subs and me is over, and I have won and they've lost, and that's a simple fact. Get over it. Right now,
No,
Paddy's got his new
Art.
channel, and he's
Right,
got
Art,
his new
I'm going
channel.
to
Art, this
Yeah.
just breaks my heart.
Right, Art, I'm gonna let Pop Bus in. Don't leave. He's gonna mute himself, right?
Art, you clearly won, right?
Right, I'm
But
gonna
I
let him in. Don't
warned him
move.
at
Don't
the
leave.
start, and him and PD made up the slur. They're playing you the whole time.
Oh, sure, he
I
said
was
it.
the one that found out your grass. They should have dropped you straight away.
Yeah, Art even said it in a message, in a comment saying, like, Dwayne already tried to warn them, and I played them like the banjo or something. Whatever it
Yes.
was.
Yes.
So you
Now,
see the
why?
message, like,
Look, listen, Cherry. Why do you put that up on your avatar name like that? Why? It's childish. It's stupid.
right now, I didn't know about that. Now,
Why
What's
would
it
you
say?
do
that
that?
was change it. Come on now,
What's it
Greenish,
say?
change it.
What's it say?
And now he's going to put up photographs
No,
and that.
yeah,
Honestly,
Pop Bus now. Money has been talking about like people bring kids into. I'm just gonna kick you now because that's not nice. No, no.
What did he say?
I don't want him. Like his son's name and all
No,
that.
it's not.
No.
no.
And
He
Money
put.
has been
Listen, it's
talking
all
about
right.
people
It's all
bringing
right.
kids
It's not
into
a
it. Like,
problem.
this
He
is
put my
ridiculous.
son's name up.
Now,
Yeah,
hold on
he
for a
put.
minute, Art. Every single one of you on this YouTube are fucking grown ass adults. And you're sitting there like throwing kids over, bringing kids into dead people and all. Like, you don't need to actually start growing up and going to people's houses or meeting up or something and having fights or whatever.
You
Like,
know, Art,
because this is just ridiculous.
you intrigued me at the start, right? And then when I
Right
found,
there, is that
and
changing the name? I
then
think.
when I found that out about you, and the lads just continue to let you on, I'm talking. I thought it was a massive breach of trust.
Eddie Gannon, you're a fat fool.
Do you get me, Art?
Yes.
But how are you feeling now as a a Republican socialist Jew,
You're not a
like
Republican.
Zionist? Because you're in a bit of a tough situation right now. Are you with Netanyahu, whose brother,
We're not talking about any of that shit.
no, whose brother Yoni died in the raid of Entebbe? He was the commander.
We're not talking about any of that shit.
Right,
Right,
no,
listen.
no, Art,
Who's this coming? Right,
Art, no. Do you know?
Holy Jesus.
There's a special place
grab
on
his
the
pen?
mountain of olives
Can you grab his pen?
for Eli Cohen when they get his body back. The Israelis don't mess.
No, no.
But
Okay.
right, Art,
Mate,
Art,
you
Yes.
all have me address. Like, come on. Like,
Art.
Yes.
you do us a favor. You grab his damn glasses.
You're
Please.
Jewish, like a Republican.
Are you
So how do
Jewish
so,
or are you
no,
Catholic or
no,
what are you? Art?
it doesn't matter. Art was adopted, right?
No. Shut up. I don't care. Art, are you Jewish, Catholic, Protestant? What are you?
My biological mother was an Irish Catholic. My biological father was a Polish Jew, and I was
What are
adopted.
you?
And I
What's
was
your political
adopted.
views?
Hang on, and I was adopted into a Protestant English
Oh, so
family.
you're a party.
No,
Right.
Oh.
So what's your view?
me.
Because you're a grown ass adult now.
Oh,
You're
right,
entitled to your
okay,
own
right,
view.
right. No, okay. I'm agnostic.
All right. Well, you know what I am?
What?
I'm an atheist.
Okay, I haven't gone that far. I'm
But
agnostic.
I will tell you one thing. I will stick up. I will still, like, I'm an atheist, right? I will tell you, I'm an atheist, right? The last time I was at a funeral was my mass, and then it was Dwayne's nanny, and then it was the man on me road. Like, so that's all I've been to in 3 years, sure, 3 times in like 3-4 years, right? I
Tell Art what happened in the post office the other day.
me
Irrespective.
personally, I don't like Protestants, right?
Oh, it's no difference. Just put the Holy Ghost in their shoulder.
It's not that they put the Holy Ghost on your shoulder. They just mad for right. You're English, right? This might offend you in whatever way possible.
Well,
but
no,
you
it
can
won't.
take
But
this-
if
you
yeah,
can
but to be
take this
honest,
whatever way you fucking want, right?
the
It
people.
might offend you,
Hang
it
on,
might not.
Rosie,
I don't give a shit.
Rosie.
I'm just
Ro-
going to tell you how I feel.
Yes,
Your
but
queen,
Rosie,
that's
the
all.
people you're
See your
talking
queen
about,
you have left.
the
See your
people
royal
you're
family.
talking, Rosie, the people you're talking about, a lot more of them are in Scotland than they are in England. Scotland
Listen, yeah,
and
but
the
this
six
is what I'm saying to
counties.
you, like, as I said, like, what I'm going to say now, it may offend you, it may not offend you. I don't care if it does. If it
Go
doesn't,
on,
whatever.
carry on.
See your queen that died, or your king that you have left, or your whole royal family. To me, if I had my way, I would, like, literally myself would pour a load of petrol all over them and set them alight.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say, but
Well,
I mean,
as I said, like
you know, but
that's up
that's
to you
your
to think that
opinion. I
whatever
don't
way
agree
you
with it,
fucking
but that
like.
is your opinion. It's rather
And that's my
incendiary.
opinion.
No
Tell
pun
them to give
intended.
us their counties back.
But it's not a statement of intent as well.
Yeah,
No, of
when your
course
queen
not.
died, when your queen died, like some of the Irish Republicans was like thinking that she was gonna like sign like the counties over, but she didn't. She was a dirty old cunt, and her husband is just bad, and so is her like the see Princess Diana. Don't get me wrong, I love her, and to me that fucking dirty cunt that died, she fucking got that woman killed, right? And now she's at that turning like Charles and whatever into dirty fucking bastards. Every single one of
Do you
them
want to
royal,
see the pubs?
every single
Well,
one of
She's in
them,
a box.
every
in a
single
box.
one of them
Listen,
royal family
listen,
are
no,
dirty, smelly cunts. And
I'll
whether
tell you
you
what.
want to take that as offence or not, I couldn't
Well,
give
no,
a fucking fuck.
no, listen. When Margaret Thatcher died, they were playing the song "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead."
Yeah.
So,
I was not
Well,
Australia.
yeah. What about when your queen?
Americans,
What about when your
English,
queen
Irish,
died?
Scottish.
What did you say? When your queen died, bet
yeah,
you they're all sitting there in his sitting room, covering his faces, sobbing into his hands.
I'd love to be close enough to show you what I went through when the
Art,
Queen died.
no, be honest, Art.
Our
What did
pub
you
got raided.
what did you do, Art? No, be honest, right? Tell the goddamn truth. What did you do when your queen died?
absolutely nothing.
What did everyone you know do? Did they cry?
No, why? What? Why? No,
Right? Are you
not
for the
anyone
royal
that I
family?
know. There was no sorrow in that kind of way
Are
whatsoever.
you for the royal family?
I'm not for them or against them, to be honest. Now, look, Cherry Murphy, why are you doing that with your? What are you doing? It
Right,
is
well,
so
I'm
childish.
No.
Right,
You're on the road.
no. Platypus, delete the picture. Or I'm gonna delete it. Oh,
For
Platypus.
goodness sake, I'm sorry, I've had enough.
You're like them. Oh, why did you delete
I
Art?
didn't delete Art. Art left himself. Look, as I said about the Princess Diana, that plane got her killed, like that whole fucking car crash shit.
I'm gonna
that
leave.
was all fucking
I'm gonna
scary
leave
shit,
this
like.
live right here because it gets a little bit
Come on, you're all
dicey
right.
with things, and I don't want any bad on
Right, Art,
this
jump back in
situation.
there. I'm not gonna let him back in.
Art's a legend.
So let's stop sharing that. So you've actually heard what happened this morning. So you're going to be getting more when I go into Flavs and what happened in there. And what is Flav's going to think when he finds out the truth about all of this as well? Well, like I said, we talk about Flav's when it's Flav's live stream, because this one isn't. But when you actually going to start telling the damn truth for once in your life? I mean, today would have been a damn good start. But why don't you start with tomorrow and the next day and the day after that? You can't do it, can you? Because it'd be admitting what you've done. And you won't do that. Because you wouldn't have put that poor guy in August through that trial. You'd have just pled guilty and taken responsibility for what you did. But you're not that kind of person, are you? You'd rather put somebody through pain and all of that, because that's the kind of person you are. All of you subscribers and paid members, take heed of what's going on here. Because he is not telling you the truth. He's basically mugging you off. He's e-begging every day. Oh, and by the way, stop throwing out carcasses for dogs and things like that. You can kill a dog, you idiot. You shouldn't be leaving out carcasses in the street. Your council can fine you a lot of money for that. Or didn't you actually know that? Just be careful when you're giving chicken bones to animals, because it can kill them. And I would have thought a man of some intellect would know that. Giving a chicken carcass to a dog. Unbelievable. Everybody knows that you don't give chicken bones to a dog. And you said you had a dog, so you would know that. So I'm not going to go into what happened with your dog. I mean, lots of people have been saying lots of stuff about that. I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to comment further on it, but ugh. Anyway, I'm going to start editing this live to get some of this stuff which shouldn't be on here off of here. So when it does come back on my channel, there won't be bits of porn and stuff like that, and a few dodgy things to keep people out of trouble. And I'm not including myself and art. That all stays in. The rest of it with other people I'm protecting here. We'll leave it there. Hope you have a wonderful evening and get a good night's sleep. Have a good night, everyone.
Hello?
You right?
Oh, yeah. We still live?
We are. The video is just finishing, but
Good. Kiss my ass, Artie. Come after me. I love it. I would too. Wouldn't bother me a bit.
Why no footy though?
Huh?
But so we're not actually finishing this live now, Tank. I mean, I can finish it any time I want. That was from a different live stream. So, hey, Aki, you're right. But in regards to all what he's turned around and said from Rosie's and from his own channel and that, I mean, I lost count how many lies he bloody said. I mean, wow.
He's not a liar. You know that. I know it.
Well,
and he knows it. We can see it. We know what's going on. No doubt about it. We're not,
I actually thought, that the Coptat had, enough information to sort all this out now. But now this is escalated fucking further. So it's just oh, for goodness sake now.
Sometimes you got to do your laundry to make your clothes clean, You do. You don't want to, but sometimes you got to do that to make your clothes clean.
Well, I've got clean hands in all of this,
Well, I know you do. I know that. Just, hey, he wanted it, give it to him. Give him all you get. He's scared. Believe he is. He's scared. He wouldn't be talking about, DJ does this, DJ does that. I'm going to jail. I ain't going to no jail. Oh yeah, he's scared. He's worried.
I gave them everything for tonight.
But I'm proud of you. Very proud of you, Eddie.
Oh, and in
But
regards
I'm
to this,
done.
like,
I'm done with the
imaginary
fucking penis.
boyfriend,
No,
can you sort of like say this that you, Eddie, and you, Rights, have actually spoken to my man?
yeah, I have.
He does exist.
He does exist.
Oh yeah.
So
Very much
basically,
so.
Art, fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Matt Moira had one of the greatest men I ever fucking met.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
He's a good
No
man.
doubt about it, man. Yeah, oh yeah.
Person, in fact. But like I said, I'm keeping it well off of here.
An absolute gentleman.
I don't see anybody I don't see any woman knocking on Art's door.
A real fucking man he is. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I don't see any woman knocking on Art's door.
Aki, he is banned from my channel. And after the things he's bloody said and done, you would bloody go down and have a word with him. Seriously. It's not funny at all. You know? I mean, all the bloody shit I've had to deal with on here for my other people. And I haven't like picked up the phone, to speak to police and whatnot. But him, different story.
He doesn't know when to quit. He's so stupid. He doesn't know when to quit.
He thought, that I would just like keep quiet and he can just do what he wanted to me and about me and narratives, this, that, and the other, and it'd be an easy thing. He's not finding it very easy now, is he?
No. Nope. Every day he's worried. Every single day. He'll say he's not. He is. Every day is getting him closer, maybe to incarceration, being arrested by the constables.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Aki, you were talking about it in flavors like the actual chat, you mean, and what was going on and that. Yeah, I mean, he was turning around saying that I was being snide and nasty to everybody in that chat. I came in there, all guns blazing, destroying his channel, this, that, and the other. It's a load of bullshit. You know me, Aki, I'm a nice person. I don't go into people's channels and act like a right, see you next Tuesday.
No, she won't even go to my. She won't even go to my channel. I got to pay her to go to my channel.
Behave yourself. Yeah, that's the thing, though, Aki. I mean, what was it now? Which mod was it? Raver turned around and said to him, "No beefs in here, Art." She told him to knock it off. It just carried on and on and on and on. I think I had to tell him 11 or 12 times to leave me alone. Well, Aki, can you say that to Flaves, please? Because his ears have been poisoned here. I don't do anything bad on anybody. People come for me. I won't just sit here and take it. Yeah, I can have banter with people and a laugh and a joke, sure. If you're being damn right fucking serious at me and you're basically mugging me off, then of course I'm going to react to it. I've been I spent way too long just letting people just get away with stuff. Not any damn more. I get you, but that particular day, he wasn't paying attention to his chat. But every time that, you know, he looked over, Art turned around and was making a big thing about it, you know? So, but I actually like covered my backside as soon as they started, you know, with the dog jokes and stuff like that. I thought, right, it's going to be one of these chats, is it? So I was writing everything down in that live, what was being said and that. So I've got my backside covered. Half of it's edited. I'm going to do the other half. As soon as I do that, it will be out there. I didn't want to do it to Flaves. Certainly wouldn't. But the fact that Art's already made a bloody live stream out of it and near enough dedicated it to me, and it's full of lies and bullshit yet again. I mean, how many more lies and live streams is he going to bloody do about me? Why can't he have some bloody live streams with some fucking truth in them about me for once, rather than all these fucking lies? I mean, Tank, you've seen them yourself. But, you know, all of this is easily provable. I don't have an ACRO. I don't have a criminal record. If I went to court and put someone in prison and stuff like that, that would be part of on my record, would it? So all I need to do is call the cops that are dealing in my case and get a letter or something to say all of this is bullshit. Then what would he say then? This is fucking terrible. Putting it all over. Flaves is in his channel lapping it up. I turned around and said, because Zoe Gilday has been going around all kinds of channels saying nasty shit about me, which I have fully seen what she's been saying, which is harassment on me. And I turned around and said for her to watch herself, because I could put her on this same police complaint. I didn't say I had. I said I could. But he's twisted that as well. But I was sort of like, I'm sort of like said that to him to stop going into people's channels and dropping names and that, because it'll get somebody hurt. I mean, I know how this like world works. You don't drop gangsters' names here, there, and everywhere. I mean, Art lives in a nice little seaside town, which is so damn quiet. You'd fart and bloody seagulls would shit their pants. It is that bloody quiet there. Because remember, you know, I lived in Brighton for many years, so I know that area very well. But it's fucking nuts. And he's like focusing on Ireland and, you know, scousers and stuff like that, you know, thinking it's okay to drop names here, there, and everywhere. What about the people that actually live in those areas that have got to deal with these gangsters and stuff like that? Because they're going to think, well, where has this information come from? Somebody's going to get hurt or killed. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know about you guys. It's crazy. You know? Well, I did enjoy the talk about the equipment, though. You'd have to have certainly a longer chat about drum and bass and all of that and labels and stuff. I think we'd have a good conversation about that. And I don't know whether you've actually tried this, but use Serato with your kit. See if you can use that. It makes it a hell of a lot easier, you know, using the interface with your DJ equipment. You don't have to carry so much gear and that. It's a good little piece of kit. I mean, I'm not sure how much it would be now, but a 4-channel when I bought mine was what, 800 quid. So, you know, it's whether you would need it or not, but you can use it obviously on 4 CDJs or 4 vinyl decks or 4 decks of your choice even. It's pretty good. So, Royce, is there anything you want to say about any of this?
Well, I got to thinking. You know me. I just
okay. Go on,
I figured that maybe he'd throw his body in the Atlantic Ocean, but the sharks wouldn't even want him. They'll probably throw him back to the island. You know, that's pretty bad. Guy's a winner. He really is. He's the type of person, really. You know, again, you like at first, then begin to hate. You know, nothing about the hemorrhoid that I care about. You know, man is just committed. That's all. He loves to spread gossip. And that's what it is. It's pure gossip. That's all. Since I've known you, I've never had an incident with you. We've always gotten along. You've always helped me out when I needed help, vice versa. You know, I mean, we talk hours and we have a good time with each other. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just him. That's all it is. And for Eddie, same thing. You know, I've talked to Eddie and we sing, we have a good time and talk and just have a good time. But no, not him. He was born to be hateful, very hateful. He can't blame himself for his actions. You know, when he was a kid stealing a cookie, he blamed it on the damn dog, you know. And didn't even have a dog then. That's how stupid this guy is. Don't throw stones in a glass house. Okay, good. Okay, whatever. Yeah. The guy isn't right in the head. He's born to hate. You can tell the way he talks on the stream, you know.
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, where has the fun gone on this platform? Isn't it about time where we bring some fun back into these streams and then it'll be all about drama everywhere we turn? And people, just like, wanting to throttle each other all the time, you know?
Oh, I know. I gave up on that. That's why I go to government now. You know what I mean? People don't like government and they all take off. Only certain people like government, you know. And that's what I like about it. I don't have a lot of people. You know. I just, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and hope the best. You know, if they want to come after me, here I am. They know where I'm at. So I don't care. Personally, I don't care.
Aki, you could get a 2-channel Serato and use the interface because you only could you get the control CDs, and you don't need any other CDs because you've got them all on your laptop. I take it, so you just mix with the control CDs. You don't have to change them or anything. Just makes it a lot easier. You don't have to carry around like loads of CDs everywhere or anything. Serato's pretty darn good piece of kit. So, you know.
You know what I thought, though? What we could do is get a bunch of us people together, all link our computers together, and just go out there and just start blasting his ass. That would do it. He would shit. Get all our friends together and just, hook our computers together and just shoot it out on YouTube. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
I don't think he realizes how many people I know on YouTube, really. Like the amount of veterans and the actual guys I've helped over here in regards to like the immigration side of things and all of that, the Patriot community. There's thousands of them. If I could really ask for their help, but I want to keep this simple. because the more people that get involved in this, they're just going to want to like do something really silly, and I don't want people getting into trouble for me. I can take care of this myself with the cops, and
That's
privately prosecute his ass.
the best way to do it. Let the cops handle it. You know, that's the best way to do it.
Let's see how they handle it first,
Mm-hmm.
and like some privately prosecuting him alongside it, and then take it from there after that.
Yeah.
Because after all what he said, it's that I put people in prison, I've testified in cases and done this, that, and the other, which is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Because
That's what he needs to do.
He knows he's fucked up.
Mm.
I mean, Tank, I'll ask you this. You've actually known me on here for quite a while. Have you ever heard me talk about people's children online? And especially his son for a whole year? Because that's what he come out with on Rosie's. That he brought up my kids because I've been having a go at his son all year. Have you seen any of that?
I have never heard you talk anything bad about any child at all. Anyone.
Tank has been on other channels that I go on, and he has seen quite a lot. And he's clipped quite a bit. So I just put it to him. If he has seen me blast our son, for example.
Let him hang himself. Best thing in the world is be incarcerated.
Yeah,
that would be the best thing for him.
He actually does. I mean, I only think it's the one, but he does have a son. But he used that excuse that he brought up my kids first in Rosie's, which, I mean, I was hardly replying to any of his stuff during those lives. I was ignoring it all, or trying to. And then as soon as Rosie accidentally knocks me off the panel, he jumps in there and starts lying and lying and lying and lying and lying. Which, okay, highly annoying. But actually, it's done me a huge favour because he's dug himself like a 6-foot hole in regards to the law. Which now I'm going to fill in with truth with the cops. And the case file is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger of evidence against him. And the fact that, you know, he was found guilty in August doing similar stuff, but actually the stuff he's done on me is a lot worse. I don't think the judge is going to be too happy when they hear that he's up to his old tricks yet again.
They're going to have to put a dirty diaper in his mouth and tape it up and give him a gag order, you know.
This is what he said on his thing, that when he was in prison, he found out that his missus was expecting a baby. Something like that. That's what I remember about it. That's all I remember about it. So I know he has a son, but I mean, grown up son, but he has a son. And you know me, I do not talk about people's kids and shit. It's not me at all. Crazy. Well, he's going to have to. Because he's going to need one unless he's going to defend himself. Because paperwork's going to be done very soon. So he's going to need to like get off his butt, because whether or not the police will go first and then me second, or I can just do it at the same time. I don't know how the police are going to want to do this, or whether I even need to give them the choice of what. I've never done this before, even though he says that I've got form for this, which I have not. This is all new to me, but I'm learning very quickly and I'm reading a lot. But it's going to be nice to get back to doing live streams which are full of fun and doing stuff, and actually getting people in and getting them laughing and joking and all of that, rather than it being drama, screaming at each other, swearing and all of that,
DJ, if you're a good humanitarian person, which I know you are,
yeah,
and if Mrs. Artie goes to jail, you should go with her visit with Leo, just to see how well he's doing with Bubba.
I am no way taking my dog anywhere near him. I don't want to like frighten Leo to death.
I was just suggesting.
Cover your ears. My goodness me.
Yeah, he does have a fetish for Leo, doesn't he?
I love my dog. I don't want to like make him think, Mum, what have I done to deserve this? Have I been a bad boy or something? Because it's really not horrible. Get me out of here. Oh dear.
What did I do to deserve this? Yeah.
Normally he gets like nice things like lovely walks in the countryside and park and nice hot chicken. Obviously deboned chicken, not carcasses like what he's done with throwing carcasses out on the streets so like dogs can eat them and stuff. God.
Yeah, you're right. That's no good.
The council can fine you lots of money for doing that stuff.
Especially if those chicken bones out there when they split, when they're chewing on them,
if he
stuck
wants
in their
to
throat.
like feed the foxes, then why doesn't he just buy them some cat food and rather than like just throwing chicken bones everywhere, which dogs and other animals can get killed. That's what I'm saying. But he's always going on about that he's got his lawyer friends and that. Well, let's hope they're good. I like a challenge.
Let's see how good friends they are.
HNK are representing me, so they're going to have to be bloody good. And you know who HNK are. So, it'd be a good thing, I think.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll be Art's lawyer. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of him for you. Your Honor, he's guilty. And it's for free for you there, Artie. My services.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'd make a good lawyer for him.
My cat would make a better lawyer for him. Oh, dear. We wrap this up, I think, because obviously Eddie's tired, and we can talk backstage, Rob, if you want, right? Because I want to ask you a few things about. It's nothing to do with YouTube. This is like real life stuff that we're talking about here. So before people say, "Oh, they're going backstage to fucking slack us all off," no, it's nothing like that. When I go backstage, we normally like play videos that YouTube aren't don't let you allowed to watch and stuff like that, or talk about real life stuff. Because, you know, the majority of the people that I talk to are in America and Canada and places like that, Australia, New Zealand and all that. So it's a lot better doing it in StreamYard or on WhatsApp than bloody using the phone, because it's fucking expensive. I mean, one of my bloody phone bills one time was so bloody eye-watering. Oh dear. I had to like read it 4 times to make sure it was the right amount. Not doing that again. Oh, that was painful. I can't be doing that. So, you know, doing it like this is a lot better. So, yeah, Jane does have a nice voice, and she's a lovely girl or lady. I get on with her very well. She's a beautiful person.
Don't know the lady.
What, your daughter?
Don't know her.
You don't know your daughter?
Don't know her. No, that's it. Yeah.
She's changed that much in the past day that you can't recognise. You don't know her anymore. All right.
Hold on here, my wife's here. Hold on, my wife's here. Hold on. We'll put you on mute.
Was just triggering. Triggering what? Okay. Also,
okay, I'm with you now.
Can you actually believe this? That he actually thinks that Tank Inc.'s avatar is representative of, obviously, the picture is of Plastic Paddy's dog Tank. My dog in the top right-hand corner, which was my first bull mastiff. She's on the Rainbow Bridge, but she's just as big as Tank. She was a beast, that dog. And Leo. And of course they look alike. They're all bull mastiffs, for goodness sake. I mean, it doesn't mean to say that, you know, oh, hang on a minute. 3 of us have had bull mastiffs, you know. Wow. Crazy. So it's a conspiracy because I've had 2 bull mastiffs and Plastic Paddy's got 1 now. Conspiracy.
Plastic Paddy's got 1?
Yeah, he's got a big boy dog called Tank. He's darker than my female in the top right-hand corner, but about a similar size. Beautiful animal. It's got a very big head. And these dogs with their heads, I mean, they actually shake their heads a lot. And when they do that, if you're standing right next to them, you get bruised legs. You get slobber all over you, which is delightful, especially if you're wearing black and you're just about to go out for the evening. I had some guys trying to break into my house. Now, Leo doesn't bark, but it wasn't with Leo. It was with Lily. And she never made a sound. So I had like beware of the dog signs up everywhere, but these burglars seemed to think that, you know, it was just a ruse. And then that they tried to break it. I mean, I was actually in, but I was like coming around from a seizure and that. And my husband at the time had just literally gone out to get some food shopping and that. And they were trying to break in. And then all of a sudden, Lily starts ramming my front door with her big head. And I've still got 3 dents in my door where her head's rammed into it. And then I'm looking out whilst she's keeping these burglars occupied. I'm like writing down detailed descriptions of what they're wearing, their colour, hair, or skin, and all of that, height, weight, the lot. And then one of them looks through the glass and looks down at her, and they both like shit their pants and ran out the way. It's like, whoa. Now, she could open doors. So it's like, what would have happened if she'd have opened the front door? I mean, that would have been a sight, wouldn't it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, they are great dogs. I mean, any dog can be a great dog. You know, if you're a good owner and you look after your dog well, you feed your dog well, you exercise your dog well, and obviously train the dog well, then you're going to have a great dog anyway, aren't you? But
Always been doing that for years to me.
well, I haven't heard you barking yet, but is that coming next week, is it?
Yeah, she's gonna give me a steak if I bark. I'm trying.
Actually, I better not say any more. I'm going to get in trouble in a minute. No, I mean, your wife can be scary, but in the best way. She's a top woman, and
Anybody that can.
you are lucky to have her.
Oh yeah.
I don't
49
mean
years.
that. I don't mean that because like you've married up or anything like that. Because she's a wonderful person. That's what I meant.
49 years. And I'll tell you what, if anything should happen to her, I would never get married again. Not because I didn't like it, but that she spoiled me, you know. I would never get married again.
Well,
going on 50 years.
I can sort of like see that kind of sort of like time period going by where you would think that, I mean, that is a very long time.
You know, I'll tell you.
It takes ages to, not that you'd ever get over her, I don't think.
No. But you women are slick. You know that? Before we got married, I used to talk about sex. She says, stop talking about sex until we get married. When we got married, start talking about sex. Just go ahead and you talk about it now. Pretty slick, you know?
Oh dear. That means something else so bad. Oh, I'm gonna have to like write you out like a book of our like slang and banter and stuff like that, because you say some stuff and it has like double and triple meanings over here. I keep on forgetting. It's the American version, not our version. It's like, damn it. That's why sometimes when you say something, I just can't help but laugh. I feel bad for doing it, but I can't help it. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have a good morning, Tank. Oh, no. Well, maybe when I like do the Flavs live and you can sort of like see what happened there. And obviously, I'm going to apologise for Flavs in advance for doing this, but I'm going to have to defend myself again. This is the thing. I don't go after people that don't come after me. But Flavs didn't come after me. I'm not saying that at all. But people in his chat did. All from Art's channel. It was none of the others. And it, you know, even sorted it out with Jumbo's wife. I mean, which he didn't like at all that I sorted it out with Callie. which I thought was, quite a good thing, really. All of that wasn't done out of malice. I was, really concerned because of. We won't go into it again, but I don't want to, her to get upset again. But Art turning round saying that I turned round and said that John was knocking her about and beating his kids up and stuff. Whoa. I mean, with these documentaries, did you do a few seasons of Jack and Ori? I don't know if you've ever had that in the States, but it's a children's TV show, and it's that they read stories. It's like a storytelling young children's show, and that's what he reminds me of, because the amount of bloody stories and editorializing that he puts on on everything, where it turns into you start off the sky is blue, when he's finished it's orange one side, pink the other, a bit of green there, a bit of yellow there, and the sun is on the floor. As in the sun in the sky, not his actual kid, before he gets that twisted again. My God. I have to now with all of this, I have to go over exactly everything I bloody well say, because he twists everything. I bet that's what his favourite board game is, Twister. Because that's what all he does, is twists everything, twists and turns, and it's just fucking crazy. The situation, not his mental state before he twists that again. Mind you, I wouldn't want to be a psychiatrist dealing with that either, but that's another issue, isn't it?
I got a good story play for kids. The Scrooge that stole Christmas. We'll use the Scrooge.
I actually agree with you, Tank, there, and I've actually said this, but Jumbo, you can't tell anything to. He thinks he knows everything, unfortunately. But Art's the kind of guy that just uses and abuses and discards when he's done. He's that kind of guy, We've all had those sorts of people in our lives. I can spot it a mile off. Because my stepfather was like that. So that's why I can spot it a mile away. And he was a nasty individual. Turned my mum's life upside down and didn't give a fuck about doing it either. That kind of person. That's why I have no time for people like that. But I think now, though, this is going to be the final time anybody's going to use me as a scapegoat. Because I haven't just taken it this time. Mind you, this time he has gone way overboard with what he said. Because I'm not going to say what he said, because I don't want to point him in the direction of where the police are going with all of this. He can work that out for himself, but it'd be too late when he does, and that,
I can make money off of this. You know that? I could become rich. What I'll do is I'll get a dartboard and I'll put Art's fit picture on there and sell it out there on the internet. I'll make millions.
Dartboard. Oh dear.
Mhm.
Yeah, but would people really want to look at that? I mean,
Well, that's why they throw darts at them.
yeah, but like, you know, you'd have to look at the dartboard to see where you're aiming, or would you want to do like blindfold darts? I could get a little bit like bad, couldn't it?
A little challenging, yeah.
Well, of course, make it a little bit harder, and tie one hand behind your back as well.
I'll split half the profits with you.
Or you could tie both your hands behind your back, and you have to throw darts with your teeth.
And if you miss a dartboard, just burn it in the burning trash. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, we'll make million. I'll give you half the profits. I will.
You can donate mine to charity. Oh dear, what you like? You get me into trouble. Oh, I'm just like picturing dartboards now, you git.
We'll make millions. I'll tell you. We'll make millions.
I'm better at archery than darts. The last time I threw a set of darts, I nearly killed someone with them.
Well, if you get a complete blow up picture of him, and if you hit the dart in his groin, you get $100 extra.
You'd have to find it first. No, this is getting bad now. I mean, I wouldn't know what he looks like in that way, and I don't want to know. I don't even want to think about that, you know. Wow. Mind you, the amount of time he talks about my body, I mean, it's just like, and he says I'm obsessed with him. Fucking hell. That's definitely an Irish dictionary, because everything's backwards. Obviously, that's taking the mick out of myself, writes Eddie, and a few others in here, because we've all got Irish in us.
Mm-hmm.
We are allowed to do that.
And a wee pot of gold. Mm-hmm.
I won't ask where yours is stashed.
I just don't know what half of me is Irish.
I wouldn't like to say either. Oh, you can put it on that website. Oh, I think I know the one you mean. Like, isn't it? Was it in the vent or something where it was like sort of like a little bit across and then like letters down? So I looked and I thought, what the heck is that? And I thought, I know where it's obviously come from, because a couple of people mess about like that now, and it's like, oh dear, here we go again. You know, one of them. Yeah, I mean, those guys can be a bit of a pain in the backside, but at least, you know, that they keep things a little bit interesting and keep you guessing. That's for damn sure. His missus must have the patience of a saint, bless her. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Oh.
I mean, I haven't had an alcoholic drink in quite a lot of years, and I think that would drive me to drink.
I keep my wife on her toes.
I thought you were going to say something else for a minute. Sorry. My bad. Right. We're going to talking backstage before I really like put my size 7 in it. Have a beautiful morning, guys, and I hope you get some really good sleep and that. And I think, you know, you're actually safe to go outside now because the thunderstorms have stopped. And whilst I was like doing that live, like I had bloody lightning hitting my. It looked as though it's like nearly enough hitting my window and thunder and that. I'm surprised you couldn't hear it through the live. I was like, holy shit. My dog was like cowering under the duvet. I mean, you know, normally he's such a like a good boy with things like that, but he really did not like that thunderstorm. Bless him. It's me in here like raising my voice, but it wasn't actually me. It was a recording of me. So he was like, oh dear, which is worse. He didn't know where to turn, bless him. But hey, everybody get your head down and have a good one. And hopefully my editing program will be working properly tomorrow and they give me like a fixing solution for it. I mean, or they just, or maybe it'd be better just to uninstall it and reinstall it and see if it works. Maybe they haven't even suggested that one yet, but they said they'd come back to me later on today with an answer. They better, it bloody cost enough. Bloody things on the internet, can't trust it, can you? Well, take care, everybody. And see you on the next slide, which will hopefully be today if my editing software can like, because like half of it's done, so I can't really put the other half with. I could, but it would just look terrible, and like half of it's really good. So it's like, no, it's got to be done properly. I'm a perfectionist, you know, one of them things. But if you want something done properly and looking good, you know, that's just what it is, isn't it? But enjoy yourselves, guys. And sorry about the rant, but it had to be done. I had to clear my name and put end to this bullshit. And one warning, Mr. Hostage. Any more shit that comes flying out your mouth, there is going to be a lot of trouble, and it won't be coming from me. It won't be coming from, and that isn't a threat of violence or a threat in any way other than the boys in blue will be coming out to see you a lot bloody quicker. Because I'm going to be speaking to them later on today.
You forgot one more thing.
What's that, sweetheart?
Well, when he gets arrested, we're all going to have a YouTube party.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, that'd be a little bit premature because, like, over here, you could, like, get questioned, like, charged and bailed out, but he can be on bail for ages. So.
That's okay. As long as he gets arrested, that's all I care about. He can be out again, you know. That's just more of a charge for him, you know what I mean? More criminal records, you know what I mean? That's good. I'll still party.
Well, none of this is good, really, if you look at it. You know, I'd prefer him never to have said a damn thing.
Yeah, but there's a time and place you got to do something, you know? You got to put your foot down. It's not you causing the trouble, it's him.
Of course.
Enough's enough.
I decided not to have gone there at all. But, hey, it is what it is, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. He made his bed. He can lay on it now. In jail.
Have a blessed night, ladies and gents, and take care. Speak to you soon.
Good night, all. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it.
Take it easy.